I want to say good morning to all my people. Welcome yet another morning, top of the morning to you, or if you happen to be in other parts of the world, then good afternoon to you, good evening, good night for all I give it there. Just hello. Welcome to the show. AP Morning Show. This is where we hear in accountability. We hear each other's out. We speak each other's language. Hear each other's perspective. Share in a multiplicity of different ways. And I'm always excited to do that. That's why I love to say, hey, to you. Thanks for coming through. I'm excited about today's show because, of course, I get a chance to hang out with good people like yourself. And I'm excited because I know some things you don't know about what's about to happen in this show. Yep, we got real good people coming through. We got a beautiful artist spotlight. Look at you. I'm so much of a musician. I'm saying artist spotlight. Business, product, and service spotlight, our BPS. And guess what? Technically, these people that you see, they are artists. In the way that we were talking about yesterday, myself and one, Coco Lorraine Vera, you'll see her here too. We were talking about what it means. In fact, at the end of this show yesterday, not only myself and Coco, but the entire family was chopping it up about that. This idea of what it means. What does it mean to design your life? What does it mean to you? Yeah, I'm asking you. What does it mean to you to design your life? So I love the fact that I get a chance each day to be a designer, to be a creator, to be a mind that's able to wake up out of a bed, start my day in a particular way and start designing. Take life's pen and paper and start to see, what do I want on this? What do I want to say today? How do I want to show up today? It's another thing to ask yourself. How do you want to show up today? Because the truth of the matter is that this day is nothing but really just a new moment in time. I love the fact that when you go to Mars, a year here is 3 months on Mars. Did y'all know that? What it does is it reminds you that time is a construct, and even though constructively it helps us to construct things, especially when we are intentional about it and with it, it also can make us forget that the only time is now. The only moment is now. And that's a beautiful thing when you realize that all over again. I have a statement where I say, have you ever met yourself all over again for the first time? And what I really feel is that's what we're doing every day. So I want to say, hey, to you, all my mirrors, all my peoples, for coming through. I want to say the good hello to good people like Jacoby Henderson, who's hanging over here on FB. If you're not with me on FB, is at Aaron Hill TV. At Aaron Hill TV. Come over here and see me making silly faces to the cam. So Jacoby Henderson says, the goat. Wow. Am I reading that animal properly, Jacoby? Like, is that what I'm looking at? The goat. Good morning, fam. Okay. So, this is a moment of shyness, a moment of hide behind my protein shake, hide behind my tea box, because I've never been called the GOAT. So I appreciate you for that, bro. Wow. I mean, I'm just getting used to being called king. Like, wow. Appreciate you, brother. Good to see you. Fonseca says, make me laugh. I promise you, Fonzie, if you stay around long enough, I will not do that. I will not make you laugh. I will not. I promise you. I will not. Caesar Bell says, Clubhouse. Caesar's my good cuzzo. You'll see him here for show. You know how it goes. We hang out, have a great time. Jacoby says, you know you on the keys, man. I appreciate you, family. I appreciate you. And I also want to say hello to my Clubhouse family. Fam are we? My good brother, Milton, Tracy O'Connell, Evelyn, Eunice, Tanisha, and my cousin, Caesar. Good morning, family. This is the AP Morning Show where we stand together as accountability partners, and I always look forward to doing that. So one of the ways that we get started with that is that I read a thought or two. But in fact, you know what? Because of the time, what I'm going to do is push this thing on forward. We got an amazing BPS spotlight today with Tracy O'Connell. But before we jump into that, I'm going to say what's going on to my cuzzo, Caesar Bell. Good morning, cuzzo. How's it going, family? As you'll see my cuzzo come on up in a few. You know, this when you're new to Clubhouse and you can't find the accept invite button. So while I'm waiting on him, Caesar Bell. Good morning, cuzzo. What do you know? Hey, yo, remember that song by, who was his name? Jermaine Jackson. He was like, why don't you do what you do when you did what you did to me? Yo, that's an amazing way to ask a question, yo. That's an amazing way. I'm sorry, I just be going on first thing in the morning. Let me say hello to everybody. Good morning, Milton, Tracy, Evelyn, Eunice, Tanisha, the Quiet Assassin, you know, and everybody on the Facebook live this morning, the accountability partners. Right. The FBs and the YTs of the world. Hey, yo. Right. Give me that line again from that song, yo. That right there, yo. I got to remember that, yo. Yeah, yo. He's like, why don't you do what you did when you did what you did to me? Hey, yo. Here's what I want to know, yo. When you said what you said to me. Yo, how do you answer that question, yo? Like, if you're on the other end of that, yo, how do you answer that question? I have no idea, bro. Oh, man. You should try to answer it. Be like, let me see. Right. I don't even know where to start. But yo, I tell you, it's so brilliant though, because the thing about it is, no matter what he says after that, you're gonna do it, yo, because he phrased it in a way that made you think about some shit, and then he put it to you so melodiously. Exactly. That's my whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man. Like the Jacksons was on shit back in the day, bro. Right. But it was all. The music sound great. Right. Sound great. Like, yo, just to ask somebody, how many questions did he ask? And that one. You know what I'm saying? And then here's the thing. It's also real smooth because it's like, was he asking a question or was he making a suggestion? Like, why don't you do that to me? Why don't you go ahead?
Exactly. That's the thing. Yeah, you're right, yo. It's either he asking the question or he's making a suggestion. Damn. That's crazy.
You know what I mean? I'm telling you, bro.
That's dope.
Yo,
look who just came in, son. At the Fly.
At the Fly.
I performed last night under that name, yo. I performed last night right down at the strip club. I was down there like, go to the stage. At the Fly. I did it, yo. I made $3,700. I got sent at a Fly her cut. Yo, she a businesswoman. She ain't gonna play that. I want my cut.
Yo, you made $3,700, nigga. Yo said I made $3,700 with the name At a Fly last night after just meeting. Yo, you a fool. Oh my gosh, yo.
How you doing this morning, cuzzo?
Man, I'm well, man. I'm sitting over here eating my oatmeal, bro. Okay, so here's what I got in my oatmeal, man. Not that you asked, but thanks for doing it so eloquently. I got pecans in my oatmeal. I got walnuts. I got some raisins. I'm eating steel cut oatmeal, and I got a little bit of cane sugar. And yeah, that's my breakfast right now, bro. That's what I got goings on and current on.
People still eat oatmeal, bro. I didn't even know that. I thought the Quaker Oats passed away.
Well, damn, just because he passed away mean we can't eat no more oatmeal. Yo, could
when
you?
I leave, I'm taking oatmeal with me.
Right.
Arriba Dirt, baby.
Could you imagine if they were people like that? Like, could you imagine if the colonel was like, look, after I'm gone, all I'm saying is shut all this shit down. Shut it all down.
Yo,
immediately.
Have you ever had a friend like that growing up? Like you outside playing with you and your friends and the person that all of the stuff belonged to, like the balls and the pads or the gloves
right.
or whatever. He don't get his way. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just taking my stuff and I'm leaving. I'm going in the house.
I'm taking everything.
Everything. Everybody outside like, you better not come outside tomorrow. We're gonna beat your ass.
Oh man. Yo, that was the thing though, man. Like when you're a kid and when you forget, like when you're in the middle of playing something, you forget like it's not your game or it's not your toy or something like that. And then the owner of that toy be like, oh yeah, that's how you feel? Okay, I'll tell you what. All right. I'll tell you what, give me my car, give me my remote, give me my block, give me my I'm going home.
Right.
See how much fun you gonna have.
Right. What if the mayor did some shit like that? Like, you know, they run for race, they run the race or whatever, and you know, they somebody else wins, but you know they don't get out of office right away. So it's like a little period.
Right.
So in that period of time, he's like, all right, y'all ain't vote for me. I'm taking all the schools. I'm shutting down all the schools, all the corner stores. I'm shutting down the trash truck company.
So I'm shutting down the trash truck.
Taking all my shit. And when you want them back, you wait till this dude getting off. I won't act like that. I'm shutting down all the traffic lights, everything.
Just nothing. He just ain't going. That's on some Urkel shit. That's on some, I don't have to take this. I'm going home.
Right. Yo, that TV. Yo, just think about all the. Yo, it was so many TV shows back in the day.
Oh my gosh.
So many, man.
Right.
And then the theme songs was everything, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh. Yo, the theme songs back in the day, even on the white shows, bro.
Yo, whatever you just did, you just came to 3D. Yo, but that's funny though, because the theme songs, yo, I want the theme songs to come back, man. Like,
yeah, gotta come back.
We used to have some great theme songs back in the day.
I remember the joint. He was like, maybe the world is blind. Or just a little one guy. Remember that joint?
Right.
Every time I turn around.
Right. Right. Yeah, you can feel that shit, yo. Oh my God, yo. You could feel it, yo.
Yeah, yo. Even on the cartoons, yo.
Oh my God.
The cartoon theme show was, their music was like full-fledged orchestras, man. And
Right.
the music was just everything.
Right.
Sometimes.
Right. Right.
No slipping through the but these two shoes are picking up the track. And no case too big, no case too small. When you need help,
just call man down.
Come on, yo. Stop playing, yo. Come on, man.
Yo, my God. Where is danger? You know they never fail. Yo, the way they would hit them notes, yo. Find out where's and why's and who. Man down. Like taking it up and shit. Like, come on, yo.
Like
oh my God.
Like a hurricane.
Right.
Race cars, lasers, airplane. It's
right.
Life's all a mystery. Rewrite history.
DuckTales. Woo.
Come on, man. Every day you're out in
Hey, yo, hold up, yo.
Come on, yo.
Yo, but the way that elevated, like the way it kept climbing and climbing, until he got to that, we write history. Like he was. Oh my God, yo.
Come on, man.
And then the horn licks after that.
Like I said, it was whole orchestras and everything, man.
Right.
Man, come on, yo.
Yo, you know what I really want? I want like some like marching band, you know, like college marching band, like some just crazy ass, like HBCU, you know, one of the best ones to just play all of that stuff, yo. Right. Could you imagine that? Oh my God.
Could you imagine that like their intro music be something like off a video game? So they all come down the street and you just hear something go dinner.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna learn that on piano one day, yo. I'm gonna learn that on piano one day, yo.
I know everybody listening like these dudes is going crazy.
Yo, it's like it's the crazy part. Like even more crazy than that, yo. So many people can relate to those Saturday morning cartoons, man. And those after school specials.
I bet you don't remember what time cartoons came on Saturday.
Okay, well, let me see. Let me see.
No, don't you look it up.
Let me see. Now I'm closing my eyes, bro. I'm looking it up in the Googles of the mind. Was it 8?
We're talking about 8 in the morning.
Ah, shit, I got it. Yeah.
12:30. And at 12:30, the Kung Fu Theater came on.
Right, right.
Come on, man. Play with me.
Right.
Because I remember what woke me up on like every day you would hear, I don't know if it was, you got to be from Baltimore to know that. Remember Captain Chesapeake?
Oh, my God. Do I? Do I? Yo, Captain Chesapeake, you couldn't tell me he wasn't my homie, like my actual homie in life, yo. Like him and what was the little like what was like the little sea monster. I forgot his name.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God, yo, Captain Chesapeake. Yo, that was my homeboy as a fun.
My guy right there, bro. That was my dude. He was the oldest person I ever knew and didn't know at the same time.
Right. Right.
When he came on TV, he was 100.
Right.
And when he left, he was 100. Yo, you gotta know, like one day, man, we just gotta sit back and just listen to them theme music on them TV shows, them cartoon shows. They was real live production, bro.
Right.
Like full-fledged music production.
Right.
Like music at its finest.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wonder what the listeners are saying. Like,
well, let me tell you this,
really,
bro.
Really.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so there's cartoon theme songs, man, and they come in their different order, and then there's the number one, bro. Goddamn Darkwing Duck.
Oh, Darkwing Duck. Yo, that was like.
Oh my god, yo. That was a joint there.
Man. You remember the song? I
do, bro, but I can't do that shit halfway as decent as you can.
Yo, I'm trying to remember how it started off, man. Hold up. Let me see. Oh, yo. I try to remember these joints without actually.
Oh, it's all good. I'm about to pull that shit up.
Googling
that joint. That's all right. You know how it is. All we need to hear is the first couple moments of it. Hold on, I'm pulling that right here on YouTube. Yo, this right here, yo, I'm telling you, we still have got to get together to do this, yo. Because this shit right here we go. Yeah. Hey, yo, hold on, yo. Because, yo, that line right there, yo. Oh, my God, yo.
That's it right there. Darkwing owns the night. Yeah.
Yo.
Somewhere some fields spin.
Right.
With brothers up. Darkwing Duck. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yo, hold up, yo. Yo, check this out. Yo, the lyrics, yo. Oh, my God. Daring duck of mystery.
Exactly.
Champion of night.
Yep.
Swoops out of the shadows.
Darkwing
owns.
It is. The devil, dog. It is. Somewhere.
Some villain schemes.
Yep.
But his number's up.
Yep. Darkwing Duck. And then the background gives you when there's trouble, they call DW. Come on, man, don't play with me.
Hey, yo,
I know this.
Could you imagine if a preacher in church preached these lyrics, yo? Daring duck of mystery, champion of the night, swoops out of the shadows. Darkwing owns the night. Like he would have to do that part. Like he would have to say that part.
Sounds just like the devil, though, bro.
Right.
It's scary.
But somewhere, some villain schemes. But his number is up. Darkwing. Oh my God, yo. Yeah, we gotta do a Darkwing Duck. We gotta do a Darkwing Duck cover, bro. Like real talk.
There's trouble. You call DW.
Yo, I gotta figure out who's the lyric writer. Yo, this person was like fire. When there's trouble, you call DW. Come on, bro.
It might have been MC Hammer back in the day, something like that. Somebody, yo. But I'll tell you that you're right, man. Like you could just listen to the music and forget the cartoon.
Exactly. So yo, make sure you pick me up a bag of grapes while you're in there, and I want 2 pounds of American cheese sliced thin. Grab me some turkey ham while you're in there, bro, and pick me up some tampons too. Like, don't ask why, just grab it for me while you're in there.
All right. Well, yeah. I already got it, and it's on the way to you right now.
Right.
So, just as long as you're waiting for it, it's on the way. You know, and
yo, that sound like some shit a salesman would say. Like, as long as you're waiting for that money I'm gonna send you, just know that it's on the way.
It's on the way.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah. As long, I heard an old dude say that one day. It was like, as long as I owe you, you'll never go broke. I was like, God damn, I don't know where to take that because he's right, and at the same time, I still ain't got no damn money.
That's that you ever heard in your life, bro. When I first heard that shit, I was like, you've got to be kidding me, bro.
Yo.
He said, as long as I owe you, you will never. And I mean never.
Never. You will never go broke.
Man. So yo, I'm about to pick up the shrimp right quick.
Yeah, do that, bro. But I only
want half the shrimp though.
Yeah.
I want them to cut every shrimp in half.
Right.
So give me a half a pound of a half of shrimp.
Right. A half a pound, a half of shrimp. And yo, next time you order shrimp, yo, tell them you want a half and half. And when they ask what that means, tell them you want a combination of both jumbo and small shrimp. But the way that you want it bagged is that they have to pick up one jumbo, put in a bag, and then one small, and they have to go back and forth like that, or you don't want none of it. You ain't buying none of it. So they can't grab a handful of each, yo. They have to go back and forth or tell them you don't want any of the shrimp at all.
I want a Chico stick without the stick. I do not want the stick.
Right. Oh my God, bro. All right, bro. Yeah, pick me up them few things, bro.
I'm gonna be hanging around, man, listening in, periodically, and yo, let's get together, man.
Yo, and don't bring them to me, bro. Send them joints to me in envelopes, bro, in large envelopes in the mail. All of that food, bro.
Oh, that's cool, because I still got like a little Ziploc bag full of anthrax I can send with it.
Oh my God. All right, cuzzo. I holla, fam. Oh man, good times, peeps, good times. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking out for that. I dare somebody to do that. Like, I really dare you. Go to the store, and when you go to the deli, if you eat shrimp, tell them you want a whole pound, but you want it half and half jumbo, half small, and you want them to pick up each one at a time. Well, actually, you don't want it at all. Anywho, good times, peeps. Oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to our BPS spotlight. We are moving a few minutes behind time, so I'm going to jump right into it. I want to say hello to Tracy O'Connell, and we're going to hang out for a few moments to see how Tracy is doing. One of the things that I've been doing in this ecosystem and in this environment is reaching out to people by a very strategic kind of method. What is that method? Well, I'm so glad you silently asked. Chris Young said Looney Tunes is on Saturday morning. Oh my goodness, bro. Those were the days. We're tiny, we're tuning, we're on a little Looney. Oh yeah, we're going to go back to that one day. So anywho, the way that I've been meeting people inside this environment is by interest like common interest. The interest that we all have, the things that made you be on this track, fall in this room in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It's like I like to say daily, serendipity plus intention equals life. So many of us have found that common interest. Because I know that's the case, because I know my tribe is out there, I go on a hunt from time to time in the form of keyword searches. And I look for people that have similar interests. You can look for people that have similar interests to you, like emotional intelligence or kindness or empathy, mindset strategists, mindfulness, meditation. And then what I would do is when I would find those people who connect with those things by reading their bio, I would go ahead and follow them and also DM them to let them know that I'm so happy to meet them. And so today we hang out with Tracy O'Connell, who works with teens and adults to help them to gain courage and to show up more boldly and authentically in everything that they do. Mindset facilitator, also dealing with courage and feelings. Someone who's into the same things like I am. I grew up reading Curious George, so curiosity is my number one value, as well as integrity and freedom. A mindset coach and someone who is into holistic living. I want to say good morning to you, Tracy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Aaron, thank you so much for having me. I've been really having a lot of laughs with you and your cousin.
Good times. What was your favorite cartoon? Did you have a favorite cartoon that was just your, it was your afternoon special or your Saturday morning special or?
You know, I remember there was something, and I think I'm a bit older than you, but there was something like some caveman.
I'll be the judge of that. I'm just kidding.
There was some
Captain
guy, I forget.
Captain Caveman. Yes. Captain Caveman. And son.
I really like that. I used to remember, I remember it was a good vibe, good feelings.
Yes. I tell you, not only the cartoons, which gave us the laughs, which to me is the first form of any kind of therapy, or one of the best defragmenters, one of the best breakers up of stress and anxiety, is to have a good laugh. So in these cartoons that gave us these laughs, I mean, these were therapy for us, you know, whether it was Captain Caveman, whether it was having fun watching Tom and Jerry, you know, run around and Tom always falling into different crazy scenarios, or, or whether it was,
I mean, it was, I miss that. I miss that now everything's just accessible all the time, and it doesn't make it so special. Like that was something to look forward to on Saturday mornings.
It really was. So my cousin and I, we're always going down memory lane and, you know, having so much fun and nostalgia. So one of the things that we talk about is bringing back those memories, those times. And you'll see us do that even more and more, where we're just literally making cartoon days where everybody just sits down and we watch cartoons together and just have fun. Because I'm telling you, those times really, when I think about this topic of emotional intelligence and these things and how I relate to it, you know, I think about growing up with my mother, who happened to be a 36-year school teacher, who not only gave me education and exposure, but also gave me fun and laughter. And she exposed me. She helped to show me, you know, how much fun these kind of carefree times could be, and how at the same time, you know, I could be caring on myself in the midst. So, yes.
I'm so glad that she gave you those gifts, because that balance of having joy and fun and play and silliness,
right?
You know, those keep us going, keep us alive.
They really do. They keep us going. You know, they keep us alive. They keep us vibrant. You know, it's almost like one of those things for me where the older I get, the more youthful I get. Like the more I look towards youthful things, you know, things that.
Oh my God, same.
Yes.
Same. I feel like I have this envy kind of, and I don't want to make everybody cringe by me trying to be like them.
Oh, not at all.
But it's really more like just a kind of an awe of just their energy and their newness, everything being so ahead of them. And then I remember that that's still true for us.
Yes.
Always.
It really is. You know, it's one of those things though that I realize is it's all around the realization of that. Like it's all around the remembering of that, or, you know, the intention to connect into that, you know. And it's what I hear you saying, you know, which really echoes my same sentiments, is when I look at children, I love talking to children. I love playing with children. I love just having fun being around children, because they keep you youthful. You know, they help you to understand that everything can't always be so serious, even when you're an adult and where you have to take things seriously. You know, it doesn't mean that just because you take them seriously doesn't mean that you can't also take them poetically or rhythmically or in a flowy kind of way, where you could just be relaxed and it could just be fun. It doesn't have to be so tense, you know. They remind you of that.
It's really moving. It's really moving me what you're saying, because I have 3 kids that are 15, 19, and 21, and I don't know. You're making me a little sentimental, because when they were little, I was so distracted. I was so, you know, working and just trying to make it all figure out. It was so overwhelming, kind of feeling like a kid raising a kid. And and I can see now why people love to be grandparents, because even now I feel older and wiser and more laid back. And I think if I could go back and be the person I am now when they were younger, and I'm glad I came to some of these realizations without doing them too much damage. Like, I think I'm backtracking now with them and just being more laid back and relaxed in myself, so that when we're together, there is that joy and that playfulness and just taking things less, like you said, less seriously, so that we can really enjoy one another.
I totally agree with you on that. You know, here we are in this moment, but then, you know, as we're in this moment looking back and then seeing what could be, you know, what could have been, but then we are in this moment saying it, which makes us realize that the only way to be able to say it was for that moment to be what it is and for us to arrive here, right? It's interesting, though, because within that, what it does is it allows us now to even be more intentional. You know, maybe even more than we could have been then, you know?
Yeah, and you said that earlier, you know, about a half hour ago, you were talking about intention and bringing, just constantly thinking about what do we want to bring into the now.
Yes.
You know, with this pandemic, and I'm super excited that it's going to be on its way out soon, hopefully.
Yes.
And that this really has been a time to focus on the here and now, and what do we want each day to bring. I love that you have this show every morning to inspire people to just kind of make them laugh and also feel connected and heard, and just be setting that intention for the day ahead to bring it back to this moment and how we're going to get through, and just that joy. It's just so lovely.
I really thank you for that. That really means a lot, and I receive that. You know, it's something that's echoed here in this space in some way, shape, or form or fashion every day. You know, I always say feeling understood, feeling heard is more important than feeling enlightened. You know, feeling understood, feeling heard, you know, feeling like you matter. That's more important.
Like you're held, you know, like you're held,
right,
and carried in a way. And I think that the fact that you do this in the morning, where everybody's kind of maybe hustling around or in their car, or they're trying to get out the door and maybe feeling a little bit defeated already or frustrated, and just it's like a ministry that you're providing.
Wow. That really means a lot to me. You know, the one thing I always say is that, you know, when I set out intentions, you know, I've been fortunate because of my upbringing, because of my mom, because of all the things that got me into. I've been fortunate to have a path where I have an overflow and an overstock and an overly stocked number of, I would say, inventory of empathy, right?
Yeah, I could feel it.
Yeah, it gives me the education exposure gave me the ability to stand in different places and to be able to stand on different sides, different perspectives, to be able to stand with people and see life from their perspective. And that continues to teach me, because my number one goal is just to make the world a better place, one interaction, one transaction at a time. You know, and so being able to hold
space. That's my goal too.
Wow, are you serious right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like you in that way. I mean, I really feel with others, and I feel like when we do bond and connect and hold one another and be able to step into that openness, the open-mindedness of seeing things from other people's point of view, it makes life so much richer.
Yes.
And also feels meaningful and purposeful, and that connection feeling with all human beings is one, you know, like you said, one interaction at a time, one smile, one dialogue, you know, one little just friendly gesture goes so far.
It really does. You know, I think about the butterfly effect. You know, I always say that my number one goal in life is when it comes to things like integrity and compassion and love, is that my main desire when it comes to legacy is to be a positive ripple in the waters of humanity. And it's because of that. It's because of that butterfly effect. It's because of the fact that one action at a time, we have the ability to be there for not only ourselves and be self-full, but to be there for others in the process. And that's why I named this accountability, because believe it or not, this was an idea that started around me being accountable to myself and realizing and being courageous in that way that I also had the ability to help others, to be accountable to others as well, just by showing up.
Yeah, and I love that when I saw that your program was called that, I kind of guessed that there must be some intention on your part for bringing it for yourself, to reminding yourself of what matters.
Yes.
It's so easy to get off track.
Yes.
And then carrying others with you, and just knowing that everybody needs that. Everybody needs, just like you might have a workout, you want to have a buddy come with you to make sure you complete the lifts or don't hurt yourself.
Yes.
It's that same thing, like lifting each other up. And even when it's all those habits and things that we don't want to do, that we need the the support around, and that's what you're providing, and everyone can feel that energy and that just tiny bit of a mental shift that says, yeah, it's going to be okay.
Yes, I totally agree with you on that. Presence. When you have the ability, when you have the awareness to know that your presence alone, many times is like the thing that people need in order to just go on. Like just having someone there to know that they care, that you're cared for, that you're considered, that you're valued, that you're loved, that you're thought about, that you matter. Even I'll tell you, one of my favorite lessons in these last 3 or 4 years has been that my education and exposure at a young age from my mom, who's a 36-year school teacher, it wound up being a situation where I became really good at math at a young age. And so it meant that it developed my analytical mind, my left brain, while my right brain was developing from all the creative exposure that my mother would give me in the form of books and museums, and put me in different activities like theater and sports and all kinds of things. I became really good at math, so my mind's super analytical. So I understand the math when it comes to connecting in that way. But it's the other side of the coin for me that really matters at this point.
Same. I've spent so much of my life in the left brain, and gosh, I wish can your mom be cloned or something?
I know, right?
Because we could all use somebody like that, like to balance it out, because I feel like, I went to medical school and I did all these things on my left side, and I was like, I was a wheel that was, deflated on one side. And so every time the wheel goes around and I get to that right side, I was so empty, and my career ended up kind of derailing me as a person. And when you said earlier about, have you ever met yourself all over for the first time again, like that's what I feel like this last 4 or 5 years been for me, is kind of picking up where I left off at age 20 or whatever. Right. And rediscovering just the beauty of humans and of nature, and just simplicity, the sun. Just being grateful and being less overwhelmed, and just finding so much more depth and meaning. My job ended up being really chaotic and pretty toxic, and that wasn't, of course, what I went into it for.
Right.
Anyway, it's just what you said.
That part.
of having the right brain be so important to keep us human, right? Like the left brain can kind of make us machines in a way, and the right brain keeps us those qualities like music and art and literature, and just the soulful parts of us are on the right, and we have to dedicate practice to us, because it's almost like society rewards the left in more visible ways.
That's interesting you say that. I definitely I look at the right brain, you know, I look at creativity, I look at curiosity, right? I look at imagination. And it's those things, it's interesting, right? It's the yin and the yang. It's the two together. It's the balance of it all, right? I always talk about it in the form of structure upholders and innovators, right? I don't know. I'm looking forward to the day when I can say this particular analogy, and I find someone who remembers this particular game. So we were talking about childhood cartoons earlier. There was a childhood game that I played that was like an arcade game, and it was called The Lemmings. And you know, there's many people out there that have played this game, but I haven't yet been in a space where somebody's been like, "Yeah, I remember that game." The main point is that this game was about a village of people where they all had individual characteristics, and in order for them to all succeed, and in this game, succeeding was just going through this terrain and getting over obstacles and getting up over things and below things and these kind of things. In order for them to succeed, everybody's gift was needed. You had people that were just directing, like crossing guards. You had people that were diggers. You had climbers. You had all kinds. They had all kinds of jobs. But the way it fit together, the way that the parts come together to fit the whole. So when I think about that, what it fast forwards me to in this moment is what I call the yin and the yang, and how you need those upholding structure, or you need that time when we're concrete in our structure, and you need that time when we're innovative and pushing and moving forward. You need them both, because at some point in time, the structure will need to be innovated forward, and at some point in time, the innovation will need to be paused to celebrate and to be in a moment of something that we've realized, something we've discovered, something that we've inherited, you know. So
I mean, that is not where I thought that story was going to go, because lemmings, you know, tend to, like, they're those little tiny rodents that all sort of jump off cliffs somewhere in England or North America. Wow. Have you heard of that? They're like little lemmings. They look like little hamsters, so and they all sort of do like a mass suicide.
Okay.
Like with like certain seasons or something. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But then I was thinking, like, it's just so, I wonder why the game was named that.
Wow, check this out. You just made it all come to life for me. Here's what happened. Wow, this is crazy. I've never heard what you just said, but it brings me to a realization. This is what they did. They took a game that was based on this concept, where you just have these creatures that just jump off a cliff. Because check this out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is one of those moments when my brain is having a million thoughts. Okay. So the lemmings in this game all will literally just walk and fall off a cliff, unless you take their individual skills and you strategically, with your mind, put the lemmings that do certain things or have certain skills in the right place and doing the right things, so that instead of all of them just going to their demise, they all wind up succeeding. And this is the most emotionally intelligent game ever. And this is the reason why I've been thinking about this whole time. This is crazy. This is a crazy, but totally makes sense moment right now. Tracy, that's what this is about. That game.
Because we've got to, in order to not just all like follow the trend, or follow just blindly follow like the rules, or blindly follow what people tell us to do. It's being an individual and being unique and being creative and really finding that thing that makes your heart sing and that, you know, aligns with who you really are.
And Tracy, here's what this. I apologize for cutting you off. I'm so sorry.
No.
This video game is about taking those uniqueness, and actually the main point being how to work together, how to take your gift and make it so that instead of the lemming falling off the cliff, you're a natural builder. So you build bridges. So you try to put that lemming out front. So that way, as the other lemmings are walking, that lemming can build the bridge, so that by the time they get to that place, instead of falling down a hole, they actually walk across the bridge. But then the next obstacle up might be that there's a wall that they can't get through. So you have to hurry up and put another, like a different lemming there that knows how to dig through walls, so that by the time the village gets there, they walk through the wall. This is the reason why I've been talking about this.
TV show like that, It's a TV show out just like that game. It's called The Walking Dead.
Yes, love it.
And they just walk off the cliff.
A zombie show, right?
Yep. They the new lemon. The zombies the new lemon. They just walk off the cliff and do whatever they want to fall to their demise. And all you doing is trying to figure out how to get them to their demise because they already dead.
But this is the thing. These lemmings, though, is and I get that. That's dope. But this one, though, is actually not about getting them to their demise. This game, I'm realizing it in this moment, and I apologize. We're gonna keep it moving. Tracy, we got some good things to dig into as far as emotional intelligence, and this is it right here. This is why I'm making this moment. This game, The Lemmings, is about emotional intelligence to the 100 millionth degree. Because again, with what you just told me, Tracy, what it is I've been talking about this game for years. Anytime I'm talking about emotional intelligence. And like I was telling you earlier, I was like, there's nobody who I know that's played it that actually is like, yeah, I remember that. And then they see the same thing that I see. So, of course, one day, it was a big world and many people that played the game. But what you just said in this moment when you said, I don't know why they would call it that, because these are these suicidal things, it made it all come together. In this game, all these lemmings have different valuable skills and the goal is to make it where instead of them all dying, you use your emotionally intelligent brain to put the people in front to do the different things so that they all can thrive together and they can survive and make it.
And save each other.
And work together as a village to save each other. Yes. Okay, so I'm back to I'm going to be finding that game. I'm going to buy me a console if it's Nintendo. I can't remember where I played. I think it was Nintendo. And I'm getting ready to make that. I'm getting ready to make a whole reality show around that, like from this moment.
But I want to tell you a funny story because when I heard about lemmings, I was probably in 5th grade, and it really made me sad, right? Like I couldn't understand how it would be in their programming that all these little animals would just get together and jump off this cliff, and they go into the water and they drown. And it was really a disturbing thing to think about as a kid. Right. And then I remember there was a local radio show. I feel like we're on a radio show now.
Yes,
and there was this game that was called Stump the DJ, and you had to ask the DJ a question and see if they could answer it. And so I somehow magically called and got in and asked the question, do you know what a lemming is? And the DJ didn't know. And so I stumped the DJ and I won. And then I like a month later in the mail, what I won from the radio station was this Tammy Faye Baker album. And I don't know if you remember who she was, but she was married to a televangelist who was scandalous and ended up, going to jail and things. And the album cover was this woman with this fur hat with like a kiss face. And I was just like, why on earth did I get this album? Because this was not, I was a kid and I was just confused. But anyway, I've always been so intrigued by lemmings and how they are symbolic of that sort of herd mentality and the loss of the individual. And yet you're saying in this game that it was regaining the individual that saves the village or saves saves humanity.
Yeah, it's them all having individual. What it is exactly humanity here. It's a representation, and that's why this moment has been so golden for me, because I'm like, this is why I've been feeling this way about this game all this time, even though I grew up with it that way. I love the game for this reason, but I never heard anybody talking about it around emotional intelligence. This village of lemmings represents humanity, because all the lemmings in this game all have different skills, and you need all of them together to employ their skills and employ their gifts or their talents in order for them to save their village, like themselves, the whole species. And again, all they're doing is walking. It's almost like Mario Brothers, where you're just walking from left to right. But the way it starts off, is, again, all these lemmings just start pouring. And you, as the player of the game, are looking at this environment and saying, okay, in about 30 seconds, they're going to get to a hole and they're all going to die. So you look at the top and you find the lemming that has the gift of building the bridge, and you put that lemming out front to build the bridge. And then you look at the next obstacle and you just do it so that, because they're going to keep walking, they keep walking forward. And so it's just amazing. This has been a really amazing moment. So
I love it.
Oh my goodness. Whew. So Tracy, as you can see, I am totally down the rabbit hole. I'm excited to meet you. And like I said, curiosity and imagination, are my greatest tools, honestly, given to me by my mom, with all the exploration and education that she gave me. She made it be where curiosity and the ability to learn or to be educated or listen and grow I value it in the same way that we value things like cars, money, or or clothing, or just anything else that makes us happy. Like it just makes us feel good.
No, I mean, there's nothing like it. Is your mom still alive?
She is. My mom, not only is she alive, she's more alive than I am. And I say that because a couple of weeks ago, we were walking around the track together, and I was jogging to keep up with her, and she's 70. And I'm in shape, God damn it. I don't put this profile pic up for nothing.
Like, what? Yeah, what is this telling? What's the universe telling you in that, right?
It's telling me that what's possible given the right serendipity and intention, and what can happen in the realization of that, and continuing to just remember that every day. When you talked earlier about wishing my mom could be cloned, I thought about it. I was like, it's funny because I'm actually partaking in that, because every single day, I told my mom this yesterday. I said, Mom, every single day I find myself talking about you in some way, shape, form, or fashion in my experiences, in my daily documented experiences. So through my story, through continuing to talk about the things that my mom has done, and, who she's been, and how things have blossomed from there. Yeah, that's how I continue the legacy on as she's here.
Because every time you speak of her and what she did for you, you are embedding that into everyone who hears about it.
100%. And so if you want to also see that in action, then all you got to do is go to my YouTube channel. You'll see me and my mom. I'm out as a piano artist out in the community, playing the piano for the community. And my mother's right beside me doing what she calls quarantine art, which is her version of calling me in March of last year and saying, so since we're locked inside, I'm going to buy an adult coloring book, and I'm just going to color and enjoy herself. And then she wouldn't realize that a couple months later, she would have created over 500 to 600 original art pieces that's bringing smiles to faces all around the city, has made has made podcasts and all kinds of things.
What?
And she sold thousands of dollars during quarantine. Yes. You will see.
God.
Yes.
Oh my God. I mean, that's just so, I love this woman. I love her perseverance, just savoring every second, or just sucking up every little savoring moment of life.
Yes. My mom, I told her yesterday, I said, you were the first psychologist that I knew, and, in the form of a 36-year school teacher. Just because of how that panned out. Now, if you're here, as we continue on, you'll hear more about that. Caesar.
She was the first police officer I ever known in my life.
Right.
I was like,
the narrow, right? The strict and narrow.
I used to be like, Cheryl, come on now. We just got out of school.
Right.
Well, learning never stops.
That's right. There's no time to waste.
Right.
Like, golly, you got Aaron in there building a boat. I mean, for real? Can we go outside and do something? No, he got to read 2 books when he come outside.
It's always a bargain, right? You've always got a price for entry to find.
That's it.
I said, how about, what if I read 1 book and he read 1? No, because he's not going to learn what you learned and you're not gonna learn what he learned. I said, you know what? I give up. Tell him I see him in school tomorrow. That's it.
That is exactly how it is. You know, and that's the beautiful part about it. It's, you know, the grateful times that I have now for that, you know, they're just numerous at this point. So Tracy, you know, we're talking about emotional intelligence, talking about curiosity. You know, tell me more about how this stacks up for you in what you do on a day-to-day basis, you know, and how you help people out here in these ways.
Well, you know, like I said, I had gone to medical school. I think from a very, like when I was 8 years old on, I think I thought I wanted to be a therapist or be somebody who could sit with people in their dark times and make it better. Just do exactly what you're describing about not knowing at that time that it was living with intention or sitting with people in their pain. But then I majored in psychology in college, and then but it was weird, you know, that was before the internet and you really didn't know what your options were. And so it was sort of like, I didn't like some of the classes I took where we were studying rats, or like everything seemed like psychology was either, well, we think it's this or the opposite, you know, we don't know.
Yeah, black or white.
And it just seemed so, I couldn't get a grip on it. And ironically, like all my psych classes were the classes that I didn't perform as well in for some reason. So I had some doctors in my family, and I thought, well, I'll just do that because I thought I'd be a psychiatrist. And, and that was my plan. And then I had some really painful experiences with psychiatrists when I was in school, where I was in a small group, like right at the beginning of starting school, a small group with 5 or 6 other people. And the guy leading it was this really respected psychiatrist at my school, and everybody respected him, you know, looked up to him, and he would create this seemingly safe environment where he would ask us these really deep questions like, how are you doing? How is this affecting you? Or how is medical school for you? And I would really lose it in those sessions. I would cry and sort of express like, well, it's not going well. I don't know how to read. I can't keep up with this material. I feel overwhelmed. You know, my right brain is dying, and I felt so alone, and he made me feel safe. Well, and sometimes he'd pull me into the hall and say, you know, hey, you know, just help me get a grip. He was never inappropriate or anything like that. But at the end of the year, when we got evaluations, all he wrote on my evaluation was, seemed younger than the rest of the group. And, you know, I'm really I know now I have vocabulary and learnings around this, but like I made up this whole story around that, right? I made up this whole story that I was emotionally immature, and that, you know, if a revered, accomplished, you know, guy in his 60s who has a lot of more world knowledge than I do thinks that I'm young or like don't have my shit together, then like how can I possibly you know, what am I doing here? And I thought, if I'm not safe in this environment, I'm not safe anywhere. So I ended up kind of just spiraling off into really becoming super left-brained and really like just trying to be perfect and trying to get all the right answers, and really lost like a huge part of myself. And I ended up going into radiology, which is, you know, using imaging to look at the body and in black and white. And of course there's a ton of gray. And my whole career was just like trying to compete and keep up and suppress my emotional side. And but you can take an emotional person out of an emotional circumstance, but you can't take it out of the person,
right? Because it's in their neural pathways.
Yes, and so I spent like 20 years or more in like therapist's office and psychiatrists, and you know, getting medications for my anxiety and depression, thinking that there's something wrong with me, when these were actually the most beautiful parts of myself that I was hiding from the world. And it kind of like is back to the lemming thing. Like I was just jumping off cliffs every day instead of realizing the things inside of me that were the wisest parts, right? Like that internal wisdom, and realizing that my emotional intelligence was a gift.
Right.
And not something to be ashamed of or to hide or to just ignore and then stuff down and get all these, I had all these weird physical things that didn't make sense. Like it was just this, it just was terrible. And so I feel...
I'm sorry. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish.
No. That's been like when you say, have you met yourself all over again?
Right.
Yeah. I would say like around when I was just about to turn 40, I found this diary that I'd kept in from about 10 years before.
Okay.
And when I was looking through it, the things I was writing, like, the things I was afraid of, the things that I thought about myself. I'll never be good enough. So-and-so hates me, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, oh my God, I could have written this today. Like nothing has changed. My life is the same. What is wrong with me? And I just suddenly thought, whatever I've been doing, I got to do the opposite.
Wow,
I've got to save myself and save my soul. And so I just started really just reading ravenously to try to figure things out, figure out the universe, figure out myself. And, and then I eventually left that career, and now I just really connect with people, trying to bring work to teens and to all adults. To, we are all, most of us, except for you, because you had your awesome mom, but most of us are adult children of emotionally immature parents. That's because their parents were emotionally mature, because no one taught any of us how to deal with our feelings.
Yes. And I'm totally with you on that too. And because, maturity is a gradient, right? Evolution is a gradient where we continue to mature more and more and more and more, and where certain forms of maturity are relative in proportion to the time period, that we're in. It's always that, right? I said certain. In fact, I meant to say all. And I very seldomly make certain statements or all-encompassing statements, but it's the truth of it. We are where we are, and with these realities, like you're talking about, it creates these contrasts. What I appreciate about listening to a story, and while I'm always fascinated, I'm always curious. I'm always curious to listen to a person's story for two things. Number one, out of the greatest adversity comes the greatest changes,
for sure.
And then I think about these objects like a slingshot or like a rubber band. So when you take the tension of a slingshot or a rubber band and you start to pull it back, you increase the tension. The farther you pull it back, the deeper it goes, the deeper the tension goes. When you release it, it propels in the other direction. So when I listen to a person's story, I listen to the adversity, because we've all had it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And then I listen to that moment, that release, where the momentum started propelling or started moving, even if it was gradually in the other direction. And it's usually proportion to how deep and how far back the tension was pulled. So I say that to say, I'm listening to you, and I'm listening to that moment where you go back and revisit this diary, you revisit your own words. And instead of having the loathing feeling that you had before, it brought you to another place. It brought you to a, I'll have this no more place. Like something has to change. Something has to change. And so that's just such a pivotal moment. I could only imagine what that moment was like. And I say moment meaning like the instantaneous moments, as well as just that season, that place in your life, that particular time.
Everything. I mean, what you're saying is so beautiful. And it was like that. It was this kind of shocking, like all the therapists, all the people I've been trying to get to help me survive, none of them, and they did. I'm so grateful. Of course, I'm grateful. And they did help me survive and get through that time. But seeing, like you said, seeing my own words, seeing my own handwriting, and just how sincere and lost and just stuck.
Yeah. You had empathy for yourself in that moment.
And being like, look, I don't know what other way to do it, but I have got to figure that out because I don't want this. Like, I don't want 10 more years to go by and me be saying these same things to myself. And I was kind of horrified. Like, what is wrong with you that you can't see past? Like, you've not changed at all.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have friends who've since said, you know, it's not really fair. Like, you were having kids at that time. You were doing other things. Like, it wasn't like I was truly standing still invisibly, but in my head, my dialogue, my internal relationship with myself was absolutely just like on repeat.
I feel you on that. I feel you. Let me tell you the thing I'm grateful for in that moment, that even though the self-critic was there, even though the self-judgment was there, it wasn't greater in proportion to the empathy that was there. Because the only way for you to have changed that trajectory around from that point to now, like you have, in this elevated, you know, this elevation, this continual gradual elevation, which I can imagine, because that's what it is for all of us, you know, as we turn these things around, is that, you know, you had enough empathy in the moment for yourself. You had enough compassion in the moment for yourself. Even if it came in the form of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, it was just like you deserve better. You have to figure out better. There has to be another way.
No, I mean, you're rocking my world right now too, because that is exactly right. Like, I did just feel this deep love for myself on some level of like, this is not okay for you to feel this way. You don't deserve to feel this way. There has to be a different perspective on this, because I'd look around at people in similar situations and be like, why are they happy? Why are they relaxed?
Yes.
Why am I so anxious? Why is this so much harder for me than I feel like it should be? Like, what is that? What is the belief of that? And just really, it was my own pursuit of clarity and honesty, and really like getting into what is the wisdom in my anxiety? Like, what is it trying to teach me? What is it trying? What do I need to do differently? And that is where curiosity and freedom. I wanted to be free from the trap that I felt like I put myself in. Ultimately, all the time I was blaming and, you know, shaming myself and blaming others, right? But there was a part of me that was definitely like accountability that you're all about, and
to
it was
yourself,
accountability that I had to myself. That it was only up to me. I could not continue. And, you know, a couple other things happened at the same time. My best friend died. She had cancer, and then I also found out that, or the therapist I'd had for so long closed her practice, and then I also had two of my kids were diagnosed with an illness, and so I was kind of like, all of a sudden, everything all the crutches I'd been leaning on,
they weren't
were no
there
longer
anymore.
available.
You know
it was
what?
going to be up to me. I had to be accountable to myself.
This is so
that
interesting.
Was everything. That was this moment. Like you said, it was absolutely like a moment that kind of I had. It was like I was glowing. It was like there was some thing coming down, and it actually froze me though too. Like I didn't feel excited. I felt scared.
Right, because it's a process. It's a process. Right.
And I think I even sat down on the floor and just kind of rocked back and forth.
You know, and look, let me tell you this. All that, and this is coming from, you know, being someone who studies, you know, meditation, mindfulness, and practices it, and even teaches it. That moment right there, just like in meditation, where the moment of meditation is not so much just the being in this place where your head is no thoughts in that place, like that's a beautiful thing, but it's that practice of coming back. It's that process of that realization of, oh, something is happening here and I can make a separation. So it keeps everything real, right? It keeps being scared real. It keeps like, oh my goodness. But that realization though is a thing that is alive, present, and doesn't go away. It's the peering of light. I call it, another way I like to phrase it is in two ways, right? So you think about the what I call the rose through the concrete, right? You have that plant that finds its way to that light. The light is still shining down. All it needs is just that peering, but it has that inclination to push through toward that light. And all it needs is just that one small opening, and then it's going to open from there. You had a shift in mindset. which then led you down the path. It led you down the path of taking the very same thing, taking your journey and taking your path and your experience, and it becoming your life work. You know?
Yeah, and I've never turned back. I mean, it was not just like a moment that came and went. It
For
was
sure.
like a moment that changed everything.
I'm with you on that. And that's how these mind-bending perspective shifts are, you know. If you could, you know, tell me more about your coaching services. I want to find out more about your services and, you know, how we can actually connect with you on these services that you offer as well.
Well, you know, I started off working with adults, but what's weird, you know, people are either ready to dig deep into those things where their accountability, right, or they're not. And I think because I was so affected by my own shame stories and by my own by the story I've been telling myself all that time, and you know, I don't know if you know Brene Brown, but I do. I really resonated with. I had done all this reading and self-help, and just came upon her and this concept of shame, which I had not ever had a word for before. Yeah. And I just felt this really strong desire to kind of intervene at a time before that gets too embedded, you know, before it becomes something that is just like irrefutable, and have people help escort people through that, facing those things and rewriting their stories and rewriting the way that they are speaking to themselves.
Shifting the narrative. Yes.
Yeah, and that whole self-compassion piece that you picked up on, my empathy for myself and my empathy for others. Like I had gone to medicine to do that, and I never felt like I was doing it because I was sitting in a hole in the dark by myself. Mm-hmm. So obviously I wasn't, thinking that I was protecting myself from feeling bad, when actually I was feeling really bad because I was being completely inauthentic to myself.
Yes.
So I just love to, you know, it's I'll be honest, like since I started on this path, it's been tricky to connect with other people because, you know, how do you put this work out without, like, some people are like, oh, I got to run the other direction.
Well, I tell you, you know, one way you do that, and this is what I've used since 2008, since I started, you know, making a living in a similar way, is that you just go ahead forward and put it out, and you do that, and you allow for those that it's for, you know, to run towards you. You know, I mean, you have, with what you have, and you mentioned it to me even as a ministry, and you have, you know, that's so what I'm experiencing with you right now, especially because of how your story translates and relates right to the type of people that you want to help. So yeah, you know, it's just really continuing to put it out there and be more concerned about the people that it's for as opposed to the ones that it's not, even though, you know, I get it. It can be triggering for some, it could be all kinds of things, but yeah.
No, and you're so right, because it was weird, like, you know, when I started thinking, oh, I'm going to have to make a living now, how am I going to be doing that? Because I left, I will say I left a really lucrative job.
Welcome to my world as well. So I get it.
Yeah, and you know, but it's like nothing, there is no paycheck that makes up for, that makes up for the feeling, the way that I'm compensated now.
100%. If you could tell me more about how we can reach out to you for your services and for, you know, the other things that you have going on.
Well, I have a website.
Yes.
It's just my name, TracyO'ConnellMD.com. Yeah. And I have, you know, here you guys can find me on Clubhouse. I have Instagram. I try to post most days, similar to your vibe, Aaron, of just inspiration, just things that, rather than trying to, like, I tried the whole thing of let me sell this idea, and it felt
never work.
It felt wrong, and it didn't work. Not only did it not work, but it just felt gross to me. So I just
that's what I meant
writing about my own reflections. You know, I write about how I see a quote, or I hear some conversation, or something just strikes me and it makes me feel a certain way. And so I just write about what that's like for me and how I'm here for others who, you know, want to talk and share and get out of their heads and move forward and correct, reroute their own stories.
Shift their mindset, right? Yes, I'm with you on that. Shifting that mindset, rewriting this narrative and reframing your perspective. I so appreciate you, Tracy. This has been such an amazing conversation with you.
I feel so connected, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that you have this platform. I'm so grateful that you're doing the work you are. I'm so grateful for your music and your art and your community. So it's really been amazing.
Yes, well, the absolute pleasure has been all mine. And I'll tell you a funny pleasure. This is most of my experiences. I operate with my eyes completely shut, because it's for me about being totally in the moment. And so it's funny because I always open my eyes to new surprises. I had no idea how many people were in this room just now. I love you all, people. Hello to everyone here. And guess what? Oh, this is a cool moment of serendipity. So everybody, welcome to the AP Morning Show. And what I mean by serendipity is, for the first time in life, I actually see someone in the audience who has the same name, whose first name, maybe if it's their first name, is my middle name. And so my middle name is Prentice. And so there's a Prentice in the audience. Serendipity plus attention. I also want to say hello to more people than I can pronounce the name. So I'm going to try to run down the list in a few. We want to say good morning, of course, to T, Amber, Edifly, Andrea, Corliss, Emer, Iris, Sophie, Nicolas. Okay, now the names are shifting. Okay, hello, everybody. Welcome to the...
Hey, Aaron, I got to head on, but I just want to thank you again.
Yes.
I'm in community with you. I'm giving you a heart-held hands,
yes,
heart and soul connection, and big hugs.
Big hugs to you too, Tracy. It has not only been amazing, but I look forward again to connecting with you in our next moment. So I'll see you soon, Tracy.
We're going to build those bridges to no more lemmings jumping off for us.
There you go. Tracy, have a wonderful day. And everybody, let's open up our microphones and let's affirm Tracy on an amazing day today on purpose. Have a wonderful one, Tracy.
Have a great day, Tracy.
Yes,
Thanks, Sherry. Yes. Have a great day, y'all. Thanks, Caesar.
Bye-bye, Tracy.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, y'all. Have a great day. Make it a great one.
You as well, Tracy. Take care. Everyone, wonderful, refreshing moment as always. I want to say good morning again to everyone. And let me give a huge shout out to all my peoples hanging out everywhere live. We are here not only in this experience, the AP Morning Show Accountability Partners, welcome, but also on FB and YT. What are those? Well, I'm so glad you silently asked. Those are my friends on Facebook and YouTube. If you'd like to join me, just find me at Aaron Hill TV. That's at Aaron Hill TV. At Aaron Hill TV. And you can find me. And so I want to say that we're getting ready to go into our segment with Sherry. But we will be hanging out here from now, 9:02 to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So here's what that means for all the people where it's your first day here. Hello, people. Welcome to Clubhouse. I see we have a bunch of beautiful new friends. Marina, Patrick, Mira, June, Sandra, Samira, A, Ellie, Aber, Nick, everyone. Hello. Welcome to you. Welcome to the show.
Hello. How are you?
It's good to see you. Doing well. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Yes.
Thank you. My name is Ritesh.
Yes, Ritesh. It is such a pleasure to meet you. Welcome to Clubhouse.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. I hope that you enjoy this show. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so we're going to go into our segment with Sherry. This is our segment where we hang out with Sherry Goodall and we chop it up about a number of things related to Clubhouse and things that you should pay attention to and be open to and understand as far as this environment that you're in. And we also chop it up a few other things too. So let's say good morning to Sherry. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning.
What's happening?
Good morning.
Good morning, Sherry.
Caesar, what's good? Ritaj, is it Ritaj?
Yeah, it's Ritaj.
Welcome to the Clubhouse.
Oh, thanks.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to ask, what's the topic here?
Well, the topic here today, this is a morning show. This is a radio morning show. So basically the topic is accountability partners. And one of the things we do in this experience, as you'll hear over the course of this conversation, is that we hang out and we stand with each other in accountability. And so what that means is you'll hear us talking about a number of things dealing with love and compassion and kindness and gentleness, as well as emotional intelligence and that kind of thing. And so, yeah, we'll be hanging out and we'll be saying good morning to you in a few and see how you're doing, see how your day is going so far. And so, yeah, welcome, Ritaj, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ritaj.
Ritaj. And look, I'm a musician, so I'm going to get that. Ritaj. Good morning.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to see you. So right now we're in our segment with Sherry. And so what that means for everybody that's here, that's never experienced this before, what that means is we're listening to Sherry Goodall as we start talking about some things related to Clubhouse, as well as some other things that you hear that we do, not only in this app, but also in our lives as well, in our daily, in our livelihood. So yeah, welcome, Ritaj, and I hope you enjoy. And Sherry, good morning to you. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Good morning. I'm feeling great. Aaron, I have to say I'm super excited to see all the party hats in the audience.
Yes.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome.
I feel like, did you all just come from the welcome to Clubhouse room with a breakfast? I feel like everybody just shifted over or something, but
for sure.
I love it. Nice to see everybody in Clubhouse.
Yes. These are great times. And I was just saying this, so for everybody that's here, first of all, again, good morning to you. One thing that you'll notice is that, and you'll hear me say, I've been saying this before today, and like I always say, it's one of my original quotes, that is serendipity plus intention equals life. And what I mean by that is just that there are moments where we set out intentions and we do different things as people, as we stand together on this thing called a blue rock like earth. And that we stand together as humanity, putting one foot in front of the other every day. And so in this environment, we've been putting our foot one in front of every day and just being here, having fun together, having great, good conversations and standing in accountability. So what I say to the family every day is that we get the opportunity to be ambassadors. And that as the app continues to open up, and as we have our new beautiful friends from all around the world pouring in, that we get the opportunity to be ambassadors. We get the opportunity to host and hold space and conversations that people can appreciate from all around the world. And so here we are in yet another iteration of that. So I want to say hello to all our new beautiful friends. Welcome.
Yes.
So Sherry, what's happening?
What's happening?
Yes. How's your morning going so far?
My morning is great. I'm really enjoying my miracle morning and my savers. I actually popped into the miracle morning room just before I jumped in here and went over value of visualization and different ways that people are using that part of their morning. So
yes.
It was good. It's good.
Wow. Love that. Did you get good rest?
Can you tell I still have my morning voice?
Look, let me tell you, for some reason though, your morning voice is mad clear, like clearer than clear this morning. Like you are like live in living color.
Morning voice is clear, very clear and seductive.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
No trouble. I don't want no trouble at all. Just go ahead.
Yes. So it's another miracle morning, and as always, like we talk about, I'm excited about this miracle morning journey that you're on. What I'm curious about, as always, because of the steps and just the process, is how was yesterday's morning, and how has this been shaping up for you as you put one foot in front of the other around your own self-care?
So this has actually been really good, and just again, like I said, I jumped in the room, the Miracle Morning room, before I jumped in here, and the person who was talking when I entered said they have been doing it for 150 days now, and just how it's changed them. I've been doing it for, what is this? Like 10 days now.
Okay, and right before you go further, just for a quick reset, can you tell everyone what this concept is on this Miracle Morning?
Oh, absolutely. So there's a book called The Miracle Morning by Hal, H-A-L, Elrod, E-L-R-O-D. And in the book, one of the first things, actually not one of, the first thing that he introduces you to is a concept called SAVERS, which is an acronym for how you start the first hour of your day.
Yeah.
And so SAVERS is silence, affirmations, visualizations, exercise, reading, and the last S is scribe, because he said putting a W there didn't make sense. So scribe is just journaling.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that. And so this is a way of self-caring. This is a way of following a formula that really helps you to be intentional about keeping yourself, on track. With all the things that I deal with on a regular basis, the number one thing that's important to me is self-care and saving ourselves, right?
Right.
So I did
I'll
that.
be transparent if I may.
Please, this is the AP Morning Show. That's the goal.
So for me, it's been really important. You know this, Aaron, but most people don't know. I've over the last 25 months had experienced a lot of loss in my life, a lot of deaths, of friends and family. I relocated to a new state.
Right.
Within the last 6 months, and I'm in the midst of starting up a business. And Friday, I went into a full-blown anxiety attack and ended up in the ER. So, that being said, and I didn't even know. I thought I was having a heart attack.
Right.
So I'm at the ER thinking, oh my God, I'm about to die. And then the doctor's like, nope, EKG is good. Your blood pressure is high though.
Yeah.
And what's going on? And so he was like, this is a panic attack. So SAVERS, has become super important that I stick close to it.
Right.
It really has been helping me despite having the panic attack.
Right.
But getting back to it has helped me keep the anxiety down, because it just, I don't even know. It's not even like I was thinking about anything. It just, sometimes it just shows up.
Right.
If anybody's ever had a panic attack.
Right.
I'm dedicated to doing this self-care in the morning, because I am too cute, too fly, too smart, too good to be dying just yet.
Look,
I got things to do.
Right. Nobody got time to be dying. I got shit to do. You gotta live. Nah, I'm with you on that. And so, this is why I'm excited about it. This is why this makes me, really, really happy. So we've been here, we have this concept going on with Refresh. And today is Thursday. One of the things I want to do, especially because of the serendipity and the intention, is I want to actually talk about a few things real quick that are related to Clubhouse for everybody to think about and to pay attention to. On Mondays on this show, every Monday on the AP Morning Show, between the time of 8:30 and 9, we do our segment with Sherry, and it's where Sherry and I not only give you the things that we're talking about now, but we talk about the newest in Clubhouse updates. The reason why we do that on Mondays is because on Sunday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, they have the Clubhouse Town Hall here. And that's where you can go and hear from the founders. And you can be in the room and listen to the founders talk about the highlights from the app, all the news and highlights, also the product roadmap and all the features to look out for. And they do question and answer, or they answer questions that are submitted. And so we do a recap here. what I want to do real quick is to just talk about a few things to look out for in this app. And I'm going to try to keep it within the realm of 5 minutes. One of the things, this is the product roadmap. One of the things to look forward to is in-app club creation. It was supposed to be on Tuesday. I haven't checked the updates today. We'll see. But it's where you can create your club right within your profile so that you don't have to wait on an approval process. There's going to be higher quality audio. There's going to be a link directly to your profile. For many of us that have been here, we've wanted to share our profile outward to others so that they can come and follow us and be here with us as well. And we haven't been able to do that because we haven't had a link to profile. So you will have a link to profile in this particular upcoming one. You'll be able to hide rooms in a better way, where they're going to have a system where you can tell why a room isn't relevant to you, so that way you can keep your hallways cleaner. Also, your notifications, they'll make it where the older notifications will expire. And then last two things, they're going to help to limit false reporting. Sherry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just listening. I just checked for the updates. And then anybody who wants to know, you can always check your updates by going to the little gear icon in your profile and click on what's new in the menu there under settings. And they haven't added anything new, at least not there. So, and I, have been checking where they've added anything.
Right, for sure. I'm also going to, and I know I was going to keep it at 5 minutes. I'm going to extend it a little bit longer because actually now I'm going to go ahead with this moment and we give our new friends some other highlights and updates. As I mentioned earlier this week, that there was the first mental health summit that was held here with Kevin Love and some other people. Bill Gates was actually hosted in this app this last week and it was a conversation that they said was really, really poignant and important. I don't remember the topic or I don't know the topic. They didn't mention it. And then probably in these last three things, number one, Noel Chestnut Whitmore and the crew, as I'll call it, these people that are ambassadors here that are doing so many things, they raised $150,000 for Texas this last week. For the relief effort, right? So that was really amazing. And then Clubhouse, and I really give honor to Clubhouse for this. They actually acknowledged some of the Black History Month. They acknowledge African American creators, people that have been doing amazing things in this app. And so I really give them kudos for that because it was really meaningful to them to do that. So there were a number of people, I won't go down the list, but there were a number of people that received some amazing accolades.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
Have you heard, are they doing anything for Women's History Month? Because this month is Women's History.
This month is Women's History Month. I'm glad you said that too, because I have not, until this point in my life, I actually have never heard of Women's History Month, believe it or not. It wasn't even a thing.
Really?
I'm so serious as far as it being, well, let me put it this way. It wasn't celebrated around me, to the point where it stayed in my memory. It was just one of those things. So I'm glad. No, I haven't heard anything yet, but this is why I'm glad that, we're even doing a bit on that side as far as just celebrating, some women, women and specific women that are poignant. Because, I haven't heard anything yet, but.
Great. Okay.
The Global Jam Session, 24 hours of programming, which is a worldwide effort. In fact, they already have 34 countries that are signed up for this Global Jam Session. And so if you're interested in being a part of it, if you're a musician or artist, then you can email info@globaljamsessions.com. That's info@globaljamsessions.com. And that is, like I said, where there's going to be an effort on Clubhouse by Noel Chestnut Whitmore and Bomani X and a lot of other people here that's movers and shakers. So info@globaljamsessions.com. Other than that, I think I just want to pause there. I just want to stop there for those updates. And again, for further updates, we keep you posted on all the updates of Clubhouse, all the highlights, the product roadmap, as well as the question and answers on Mondays here on the show between the 8:30 and 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with Sherry, segment with Sherry. So yeah, Sherry, we are getting about this morning. What you getting into from here? Where's the morning moving for you?
Well, honestly, so I want to go take the dog for a walk.
Let's get it, Pimp.
So I'm going to, yes, my fur grandbaby, Pimp, the original PIMP, red-nosed pit bull.
Yes.
And that dog just makes me so happy. Like, we have so much fun together. He's hilarious. So I'm going to do that when I get out of here.
Did you say fur? Your fur family member or something like that?
Yeah, my fur grandbaby. Yep. My daughter's dog. I love her dog.
Well, sure. Wherever you walking at, I'm gonna come meet you so I can bring you some of this seasoning I got.
Yes, I gotta get some of your seasoning. What's your seasoning called, by the way?
It's called Caesar's Choice.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna definitely have to try it out because I like to cook. So yeah, that part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go walk the PIMP and then jump into some work. My sister, as I told you guys yesterday, tomorrow is the 56th Selma Bridge Crossing Jubilee.
Yes.
So she actually had a huge influx of kids enroll in the program, and she called me right before I got in here.
Yes.
To help her with sending out the Zoom link today. So
yes, 100%. Yeah. Love it. Well, Sherry, as always, you know how we do in standing in accountability. Just want you to have an amazing and awesome day today on purpose.
Thank you very much.
No doubt. Yes.
Before Sherry goes, can I say something?
You want to say something to Sherry?
Yeah.
By all means. Good morning, Dominique.
Good morning, Dominique. How are you?
I know we don't get to see each other often, but since you mentioned Women's Month, and there's a lot of fellas over here who may not know about it, including Aaron.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know about if Clubhouse is doing like a whole national, international thing, but shoot, I'm doing it on my page, okay? And I'm doing some rooms in there too, representing women. So I'd love to highlight you as well, Sherry. Let's get together and figure out a time that we could put you out there, okay?
I would love to do that. Listen, would you mind just hitting me in the DM on Instagram, and we'll make it happen.
Yes.
All right, Captain.
Thank
100%.
you.
So, of course, by all means, Sherry, you know I'm not kicking you out. So if you don't have anywhere to go and you're hanging around, by all means. But when you got to go, hope you have an amazing day today, as always.
I'm going to be listening in the background while I'm working and walking Pimp.
There you go.
Hey, Sherry, I got one thing I want to say to you.
What is that?
Why don't you do what you did when you did what you did to me?
What?
You had to rewind it back from the top of the morning show, and you'll see the context of that.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yes. 100%.
Can you repeat what her segment was again, please?
It's called with this segment here that we're in right now.
Yes, sir.
Segment with Sherry. Yes.
Like what's the what happens? Because I think I missed it.
Yeah. So daily we talk about various topics. Mondays we talk about a recap from the town hall. Tuesdays, I don't know. We just talk about various topics each day.
Yeah, we have a couple of different ones. So yeah, like Mondays we do the town hall recaps and Clubhouse updates. Tuesday we talk about etiquette and Clubhouse and tips and that kind of thing. Wednesdays we have something called Refresh Wednesdays, where Sherry and I, for those that don't know, the people in the back, Sherry and I are creative brand and marketing strategists. And so we have a consulting business as well, where we help people with their business, product, service. We help you to revamp, revive, and refresh those things. So Wednesdays are Refresh Wednesdays. Fridays, we have Wildcard Fridays, where we chop it up about a topic that's juicy, that's on Sherry's mind. And Thursday, we do another recap. Not another recap, I'm sorry. We hit on our tips again for Clubhouse etiquette. So that's our flow segment with Sherry.
That's it. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
No doubt, Dominic. So I want to do a quick refresh to everyone. Again, I want to say hello to you, and you too. Welcome to the AP Morning Show. Again, here's the moments. Here are the moments. And like I said, for all of our new friends, I want to say welcome to you. I've been talking to the family for a while about how this thing as far as Clubhouse has been unfolding and how we have had the opportunity on a day-to-day basis to stand in accountability with the peoples. And so today you meet the family. The family meets the family. The accountability family. We meet our new friends who have poured into the app. And what I get is with these updates, there has been some new doors opening, some new streams. So for many of you, what pulled you into this room was the words accountability partners. For others of you, what pulled you to in this room is the happiness of being into a new environment where you get a chance to hear people have amazing conversations. You also get a chance to be a part of those conversations as well. And for many others, I don't know, maybe we had a new Android opening. No, I'm kidding. You will hear it first here, though. When they open up for Android, in fact, that's probably going to be the name. It's going to be the AP Morning Show, the Android extravaganza. Now, Sherry, I already know in advance, if you don't come to that party, I already know why. I ain't going to be mad at you. It's going to be all good.
I used to be a diehard Android girl too. That's
Me too, right? Until, And so, but I've been excited, right?
Listen, with all of our bougie Apple asses.
Oh, that's funny. I ain't bougie. I'm just connected now. God damn it. My computer connects to my phone, and my phone connects to my laptop, and my laptop connects to my iPad. My iPad connects to my brain. I'm just connected now.
Right.
But that's what it's,
skeleton song. My iPad's connected to my
right.
The cell phone connected to my
Exactly. Exactly.
All connected to Clubhouse.
So during these times as we, like I said, as Clubhouse continues to unfold, I've been saying this to y'all family, and this is the moment, and these are the moments. So with that, I want to refresh the room. I want to say welcome to the AP Morning Show. Everyone that's here from wherever you are, I'm going to say good morning to you. And so with that, I'm going to read a few thoughts, and then I'm going to tell you how we flow with this room and with this experience. These are a few of my original thoughts. And so these are from my original writings. Right now, these are on medium.com. I'm going to tell you another place where you can join me as well. If you'd like to join me right now, let's see what my people are saying over here. If you'd like to join me right now on Facebook or YouTube, you can find me at Aaron Hill TV. At Aaron Hill TV. Just look at the name that's in the bio. And so here's a few thoughts for you to take along with you on your day. Struggling with something is an indicator of not accepting. When you accept, the feeling of struggle dissipates. I wrote that on December 6, 2019. Here's another one for you. My thought is that there is no objective definition of love. Yes, I said it. Love is an expression that we evolve to mean different things at different times, based on our current levels of education, present goals, morals, and values. It will always evolve in definition. It will always evolve in definition as we evolve. I got you, bro. Hold on a second. Yes. It's an expression that we evolve to mean different things at different times. And it's always based on our current levels of education, present goals, morals, and values. Mindfulness and meditation can successfully lead to honesty, gentleness, and compassion with oneself, which is the first key to healing. And here's one more for you. And then I'm going to reset the room. We're going to jump back into conversation. Projecting your perspective onto others, then being upset or disappointed that they don't hold the same views you hold is unfair and ridiculous. Your thoughts are in your own head, and nobody else knows how those thoughts are playing out there but you. So stop holding others accountable for them. And with that, I'm going to take a second to refresh the room. And this is a part of the experience where we open up the experience to say good morning to some peoples. So here's what we're going to do. If you would like to come to the stage to say good morning, then you can raise your hand. And what I'm going to be doing is one by one in a strategic way, we'll be inviting people up and we'll be saying good morning. And so with that, everybody, let's open up our microphones and let's say a huge good morning again to Dominique. Good morning, Dominique.
Good morning, Dominique. Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Yes, Dominique. Doing well. So good to see you. Good to see you. How your day going so far?
Listen, all right. I'm glad I got to come in this room early today because it's been a while. And I have to give you props, Aaron, for always keeping the background music in the mood. Like, it's really difficult to moderate a room like that where some people they complain about hearing noise. Like, come on, can't we vibe like a little bit?
Yes.
So, thank you for that.
Yes. Look, Dominic, it really means the world, and I always say serendipity plus intention equals life. That's encompassing all things. I was happy to see you today. I was like, oh, Dominique, I haven't got a chance to connect in a bit. Yes, it really means a lot.
I think I make it like once a week.
It is all good. I thank you. And it really means a lot what you just said. I talk about it every day. I'm an advocate about being yourself 100% of the time and always. And I'm also a big fan of outer space and all the heavens above in that way, right? So I think about this concept of dark matter. I think about the concept that the only way we know it exists is by the fact that when a body is like heavy enough, it weighs down the space and time to start making everything just pour in that direction. And so to me, that's like the ultimate definition of what it means to be yourself and to let the weight of that attract who is going to attract and let it be what it be. So I thank you for that because, it really means a lot to hold this space and to just be able to be myself and be appreciated. Much love to you, Dominique. Yes.
Thank you. And keep it going. How long have you been doing this room?
Started this room on December 15th, I believe, was my first day doing this room. And December 15th was a day where I created not only this room, but the conversation. I held the space in this way. It just said, good morning. I am it said hi, and a smiley face with a wavy hand. And it was like, I'm your 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time accountability partner. Good morning.
Definitely.
And from there, that's one of the ways that I met so many beautiful people like yourself and the beautiful people that we're here with today. So we've been going, 3 months strong? January, February, March. Yeah, we up here.
Congratulations. Keep it going.
Thank you, Dominique. And as always, it's a pleasure. Yes.
Keep up the good work, Dominique.
What good work I've been doing? I don't know nothing about me.
I just looked at your Instagram page. Keep going, girl. Keep going.
Oh, thank you.
That's it.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. And March, I'm loving the way March is. Every month that started in 2021, all things considered, I'm loving the way it's going.
Yes,
keep your health good. Keep your self-care. And, you talked about refreshing is the topic today. So keep your body refreshed. I managed to get my little 20-minute workout in today versus an hour. Still good. Plus the sweat. Let's go.
Let's get it, Dominique. Let's get it. Yes. And on that tip, everybody, let's also open up our microphones. Let's say a huge good morning to Amber Delia.
Amber Delia,
lovely name.
Good morning.
Amber Delia. Wow.
Woo. I remember when I had my party hat on,
right?
And I came into AP room. It was my first time. It was the end of December, I think.
Yes.
And I was just so excited. I was like, oh, someone's going to hold me accountable. You said, what do you want me to hold you accountable to today? I was like, well, I just need to do my exercising and do my laundry today.
Yes.
And I did it. We support, and we've been friends ever.
Yes.
We go way back to 2020.
We go way back to 2020. Way back.
Does 2020 feel like it was a lifetime ago? And we still in it. It's like Groundhog Day in some ways.
You know what? I can't believe it's March. The apocalypse didn't happen.
That's it.
Last month of the year, Pisces.
Yeah.
We're gonna be saying Happy New Year again in about 2 weeks.
Exactly. Right. It goes so fast. And that's why I appreciate just taking advantage of these moments. And that's why, for me, even as you speak about that, Delia, for everybody, just to even give context, what Delia is talking about is, when I started that morning show, my only goal, and I'm telling you this for yourself, I'm telling you this for you to find an anchor in your life, whatever that is. I'm also telling you this because my first goal, and it's been my only goal since that point, was to stand and be an example as I held myself accountable. The reason why I started that room 7:30 on that December 15th morning was because of the fact that I wanted to be accountable to myself. 2020 was a year of flow. It was a year of being, as I call, a palm tree and bending with the changing winds. And so when I come up to 2020, at this point, I'm saying, okay, we're getting ready to flow into this 2021 thing. My strength is discipline. My strength is organization. My strength is scheduling. So what I'm going to do is go ahead now and allow myself gently to get back in the flow of anchoring my day with certain times. I'm a morning person. I'm an early bird. So I said, I'm going to get up. I'm going to get my days back started at 7, or at this case now 6, and 7:30 a.m. to hold myself accountable. It's going to be like an alarm clock where the people's voices will be my alarm clock. The people present and seeing their beautiful faces will be my alarm clock. And the ability to just say hi to them, say good morning, stand in accountability with them on their goals, and to wish them a great day. And so that was my start. And so that was the goal. It was good morning. And then it was, what can I, as your personal accountability partner, and as your new accountability family, what can we stand in affirmation with you with? And so Delia mentioned what she could, and she's been here ever since. Part of the accountability family. OMG.
And what happened was, over time, we all knew what we were holding each other accountable to over time. So we stopped asking because, I'm always trying to write. I'm always trying to work out. I'm always trying to clean my house and take care of my kids. That's always.
Right. That's what we do. That's who we be. That's who we be.
If anyone, part of getting to know one another is the accountability. So, if there's anything that we need to hold you accountable for, we need us to shoot you an Instagram or something and say, hey, did you do that? How did that go?
Right.
We're here for you.
That's it.
And anyone else, feel free. We can get back to our roots, if you don't mind, Ron. We can get back to our roots since there's a lot of new people.
So that's the beautiful. That's the beautiful part.
People need to understand about Aaron Hill. I've been knowing Aaron my entire life. We grew up together, and when I say grew up together, we grew up literally together. On just about every aspect of our life. And he's not just turned into this person. Even when we was younger, he was always trying to promote positivity and moving forward and being good to people. Even when he would snitch on me and tell my mother, the bad things that I've done. I've never heard anybody to make me feel good about him telling my mother that I was outside cussing. He had a way to make me feel like it was a good thing. Like, I gotta tell your mother that you was cussing so that the positivity can change and you can become a better This is so a real true. Thing. He's been this way since we were younger. So, I'm like, I was mad at him, like, he's going to tell my mother I was cussing. And he said, listen, let me explain to you why I have to do this. And you will be a better person for it. And then in my mind, I'm like, you know what? Kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear this shit.
Right. And we've been inseparable ever since. Yes, LT. Would it be? That was a real story.
Season. That is hilarious. Like, I was trying not to laugh, right? Over there like, what? He said, I want to make you a better person. Like, I'm doing this for you. You're ass slipping, but I'm doing this for you. I don't want you to act like everybody else.
LT, let me tell you, this guy has a way of taking a negative effect on a concept or a situation and finding a way of making you feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? I remember when this guy Aaron, I call him Aloysius. That's what I call him. I call him Aloysius. What? I call him Aloysius. That's what I call him.
Oh my God.
I remember when this dude convinced his wife at the time, and she was in blissful marriage. I mean, happy with him and everything. He convinced her that it was a great idea and it was the best thing to happen for them to get divorced.
What? You know what?
Yeah.
On that note, I'm muting myself. That was his exit plan.
But the way he did it, I'm talking about. Oh my God, I'm talking about.
Wait, are you talking about Mr. Aaron over here?
Oh my God, yeah.
Aaron,
No, but that's valid.
You are funny, yeah. You are hilarious.
Hey, Aaron, hold on. Am I lying?
Look, you're not lying, but I love the way you tell the story.
And I'm talking about, he's going to this woman and explaining to her, and she like, oh my God, no, you're crying and everything.
Oh my God, yo.
She goes from crying,
Oh my God.
crying and all of that, and then she goes to, you know what? I agree with you. I understand. You know what? You making so much sense. And Aaron, you know what? From this day forward, we're going to always be friends. Because you brought me to the light. Now that I know that divorce is positive.
Right. Okay, so oh man, you got somebody building something. So now,
I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't on mute.
Oh, no problem.
Before you switch over, Caesar, I didn't realize he was a comedian. I'm like, he comes with the jokes every time. Like, I thought you was just homeboy's cousin or something. But yeah, okay, makes sense now.
Makes all the sense in the world. And so, what he's so eloquently referring to in such humorous language is the process of acceptance and the process of the fact that I can say that out of all of my relationships, I do not have I'm not on bad terms. Like nobody's on bad terms with me. I'm not on bad terms with anybody because emotional intelligence ruled from day one. Oh my God. Oh man, so much fun here. And y'all gonna hear about so many other stories here, especially daily. And you'll hear about it with me and my cousin, Caesar, as well as the rest of the family. And speaking of the rest of the family, want to say what it be to LT, T, what it be LT, T, T, what it be LT, T, T, hey, 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 hey. LT. What it be, LT?
What it be, y'all?
What it be? What it be?
Oh my God! I do not want Caesar to be my family.
Too late. Too late.
We already family, LT. It's too late.
Family and accountability.
Hey, Ron.
What'd you say?
I'm coming back your way.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry. Say that one more time. My bad. I ain't hear you.
No, I'm just saying. I'm coming to Maryland.
What? You coming to MD?
Well, I'm coming to Charlotte, so I gotta make my way.
You gotta come through. I know you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna sing my famous song. This was written from a really deep place in my heart, some while ago. It's written with the deepest sentiment in mind and compassion and empathy. I say, I get to see LT. I get to see LT. Oh my gosh. Yes, LT. You want an East Coast tour again? Let's get it.
Me and LT about to go on tour. So as soon as she get to Maryland, we're gonna leave and we just gonna tear the country up. That's what we doing.
Listen, as long as I get some seafood, as long as I get some crabs while I'm there, then we can go wherever you want to go.
Right.
Now hold up. Hold. Check this out. What you didn't know is that I got my own seafood business right here in Maryland.
And what you didn't know is that I have my own crab truck here in California.
Yes. Yep.
Well, look at God. But you know what? You need to get your hands on my seasoning. I make my own personalized seasoning, and that you need to put on your crabs. And I promise you, it's gonna be a hit, flat out. I'm telling you.
Come on through now.
Yeah.
Because I had a distributor from on the East Coast, but I could just distribute through you. Look at God.
There you go.
Let me tell you something. Even if I gotta stand in front of your business and strip and take off all my clothes.
Lord.
I'm trying to tell you.
As long as they get to bring their food to that place and you sprinkle the seasoning on, then yeah, that's a whole deal right there. LT.
Yeah, I'm about to post my platter right now.
Let's get it.
This is too cool. Listen, ever since I was 16, I wanted a crab truck.
Right.
A laundry back in the daycare. Don't ask me why.
I love it. That's, I'm going to tell you why. I don't even have to ask you. I can so tell you. First of all, because your name is L to the damn T, which, yeah, all that be. And then on top of that, the fact that what that means to be LT is this loving truth bringer in all shape, form, or fashion. So any way you could serve someone, it's literally, that's why I say as soon as I met you, I was like, oh shit, this is a mirror right here if I've ever seen a mirror, because my motto in life is if I can help somebody, then my living is not in vain. And I spend my time helping people. And for you, it's about that connection with people, doing something where you're working, helping people. You're making your living and your livelihood, and intrinsic in that is your connection with serving people in various ways in any way you can.
Man, LT is about to be my seafood business partner.
Absolutely.
And my agent in California. You about to be all.
PTR, y'all.
PTR. That's what I'm talking about. Oh shit. The platter, LT, the platter. And I'm a, you know, the only thing, this is one of those I'm vegan when I'm not eating meat conversations.
Yeah.
All right. The plant-based journey. Yes. So when I'm not eating.
Plan on that besides that broccoli.
Right.
That's about the only plant they're going to get on that.
Let me tell you.
Gonna be drizzle with butter.
Alaskan snow crab legs are part of my, you know, there's something, I don't believe in like things in life that are sent here to hold you back. I believe it's all in our damn minds. But in this case, goddammit, Alaskan snow crab legs are holding me back. No, I'm just kidding. I love, oh my gosh. Come on.
Let me tell you this. Because I got snow crab legs that are the size or about the size of Alaskan snow crab legs.
So here's the thing. Can I just share this as a crab connoisseur?
Yes, it is.
There's nothing sweeter than a Dungeness crab. The Alaskan doesn't have anything on a Dungeness.
Okay.
Well, let me give you some history of Baltimore.
Okay.
Baltimore is really a whole crab town, the blue crab.
Oh, you know, I got a half a bush of shit to me about
there you go. Let's get it.
Right. So from the blue crab up here in Baltimore, you go from the blue crab to the snow crab, and then to the Alaskan crab, and then to the Dungeness crab. But I will tell you this: the Dungeness crab is sweet, but if you get the wild caught raised snow crab legs, they just as sweet as the Dungeness crab.
Listen, I've been eating crabs since I was 5 years old. Okay? 5, the blue ones, though. You know, the big boys.
Right.
I eat the dirty ones. I love the dirty crab. So I kept telling people, like, can somebody please send me some crabs? I was like, God, when I take me, listen, we're in California, and we don't have blue crabs out here at all.
Let me tell you something, LT. I don't know if you're looking on the Clubhouse thing, but down at the bottom, you will see somebody named Almashandra. She didn't have my season, and I promise you, on everything that I love.
On everything that I love. Yeah, you know I know that term. On everything I love.
If you put my seasoning on any seafood, crab, shrimp, lobster, any of that stuff, it's going to take and then heighten that seafood to another level. I promise you on everything.
Listen. Now, you know we got some terms back on the East Coast, right? Everything I love means everything I love. That includes the tears and everything. So I know it's good because you put it on that.
There you go.
You put it on that. Like, you know how we used to say word is bond?
Right.
Yeah. So everything I love is just as powerful as word is bond.
That's it.
We grew up in that time frame. They don't even know nothing about that.
Right.
They don't even know, but none of them young folks don't know nothing about that word is bond.
That word is bond, like.
Or right hand, give it up.
Look.
You know.
The funny part is, you know, I was able to grow up with that with my homeboy who was in my group early on when I started music. He was from the Staten Island, where it is born, son. I was like, oh yeah, I learned the definition of what that meant. So LT, what it be today? How's the look? You gotta tell me. Matter of fact, no, go ahead. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna do just that.
No, what was you gonna ask? No, I was going to ask though.
I was, you know, my mind was probably going the same way. I'm like, I'm thinking about all the moves of LT from day to day. I'm thinking about, you know, the Bay Room. I'm thinking about the experiences that I've been hearing about, that I've been even seeing from a distance, like, and just where you are right now. Let's get it, LT. Well, I'm listening. I'm all ears.
We got a barking dog going on right now trying to bark at Toby. He better stop it.
Oh, shit.
Come on, Toby. Come on here, Toby.
He didn't know he about to find out.
Trying to get my little walking on. You know, I'm walking like I talk it out here in these streets. And dog just a barking. I don't know if he's hollering at me or Toby. I think he likes me. But
Yes.
So the goal is, and I thought about this. So, okay, the Bay Room has been rocking. Let me tell you something. The Bay Room has been rocking. The Reset Room has been rocking.
Yes.
The owner of the club said, listen, LT, you are one of our founding members. Yeah. So take that. I said, oh, I'm a founding member.
Yes.
So, you know, just appreciating that, appreciating how the crew is really coming together and doing what they do, you know, always being supportive. Love that. But just traveling more, Aaron, and being able to, I think I'm gonna ride out to LA today.
Let's get it. That sounds like a nice deal. What's the temperature like today? It's been pretty warm, pretty decent. So I can imagine it's been some glorious days.
I got the beach.
You said what? You got a chance to get the beach?
Yeah, we're gonna be at the beach. Well, I know where you at is 48. Let's talk about that right there.
Yes. Rub it in, goddammit, rub it in.
So today is going to be 77.
Wow. All right. So you about to have a nice one.
Stop cursing at us.
I was just about to say, he's cursing us out. You know what, LT? I'm like, let me tell you, and we talked about this before. I'm on that now in like a multiple faceted kind of way, which I'm kind of surprised about. I'm on that on this Airbnb life. I'm thinking about this RV life. I'm thinking about this generational wealth life.
That RV life?
Shit, let's get it. So I'm with you, LT.
Pam and I going to look at some RVs. Yeah, we're gonna go out and look at some RVs.
Yes.
I during the pandemic, I did something great. I went and stepped more into manifesting my truck, and so I was trying to find the truck so y'all can see how beautiful she is, and it just inspired me to know that I get to fulfill something that I talked about. I didn't realize that it was 30 years later that I actually manifested, because I put it on the back burner. I forgot, kind of forgot about it. I just, but what calls your spirit and what calls your soul will always come back.
Yes.
It would always come back. So, today, man, like I do always, Pinky in the brain, I'm always trying to conquer or expand my world. Not conquer it, but expand my world. So,
yes.
Expand and grow and become more.
And speaking of expanding, oh my goodness. Okay, so let me just say this. I didn't get the opportunity to be in the Bay Room in these last couple experiences, but what I know, what I've been hearing about, and what I have been seeing as far as the pictures, the documents, like people are having so much of a good time there. I want you to share, first of all, again, with all of us, when the Bay Room happens, what it is, and please tell me about these most recent experiences or simple,
Yeah. So on the 21st of December, I officially came on Clubhouse.
Yes.
The first room I came in was this room. And we were talking about, your going phrase for that time was start a room.
Yes.
Start a room.
Yes.
And so you said to me, start a room. And I said, start a room. It's like a challenge,
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'll just start a room.
Right.
And so I went on Facebook and told them that I was cheating on them, that I was officially going over to a new day. And said, oh, shoot, let's put Finding Bay.
Woo.
And that's how that whole thing was established. It was a challenge here in this room, and then later fulfilled that same day with starting Finding Bay, which is building, expanding your connections.
Yes.
And then we also have another one of being an example. So everyone that's in there is an example in some form, like a mirror to someone else. So we always demonstrate truth, love, and light in that room with Truth, Love, and Light Coalition.
Right.
And so we show up authentically. And man, listen, the other night, not last night was off the hook too.
Yeah.
Chameleon took reins on that. Yesterday was my little brother's birthday. He was murdered in 2014. And so I kind of just allowed my body to be. Yeah. And just it's not being, him not physically being here. So I told him, I said, listen, can y'all just hold it down? I'm gonna be in the room with y'all, but y'all gotta hold it.
Right.
And I'm so glad they love doing that.
Yeah.
And Million held the room about self-care last night. Right. It was absolutely phenomenal. But listen, we had a deal breakers this or that the night before. And when I tell you that we was on the floor hollering because everybody in the room had to give a this or that, and everybody had to tell what their this or that.
Okay.
I'm telling you, we stayed on for about 4 hours.
Wow.
Oh my God, it was so hilarious.
What?
Headache, like, because I laughed so much.
Wow. Did you say 4? Well, first of all, I'm familiar with these marathons because, for those that don't know, in the early days of this morning show, within like the first 4 weeks, I did a week where I was doing 5.5-hour marathons on this joint, and we were here. And so, wow, that's great. Okay, 4 hours. You said this and that. Please tell me more about that concept.
You can say a vacation.
Yes.
In the cabin or on the beach, and everybody on the table had to, on the stage had to tell which one they chose.
It was almost like what me and my daughter play. Would you rather? It was almost like that. Would you rather? Yo, I love that.
That from you, and I'm adding it to the baby.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Yes. Yes. So, that unfolds, and I can only imagine, just how that unfolds for you all, and just even the conversations that come out of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we've just been having a good old time in there. We're now on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights at 6 p.m.
Okay. 6 p.m. What time? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So that gives, us an opportunity to, like, if someone else is holding the room on a Monday or a Friday, we can just go ahead and be a part of those rooms.
Yes,
and so, I just said that, listen, if we just stay strong with the 3 days that we got, we good. And so that's what we've been doing, is standing strong with those 3 days. And it's made a difference. And so I just created a flyer or marketing, flyer for everyone, and our pictures are there because we are a crew. And
100%.
so we now moderating a room where everyone has like an assignment to do. We have someone who was actually marketing it on Twitter for us.
Yeah.
She's not an official bae, but she's someone who's been in the room with us for a couple of days, and she loves Twitter. So
yeah,
we don't do Twitter, but she does Twitter for us.
I love it. So one more time, LT, the name of that room, and the time and the days of the week. One more time.
Right. So we're part of Women Matters Club.
Okay.
The name of the room is Finding Bae. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 9 p.m. Eastern
100.
Standard Time. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You can find us there.
I promise you all, out of this particular space, the AP Morning Show, Accountability Partners, out of this space has come so many amazing journeys here in this app. And I've been happy to really, really be a part of that in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I forget that I'm a part of things because I'm just so much a cheerleader for other people and about them having amazing experiences and finding their way. So out of that has come Finding Bae and LT and the LLTC, Love, Light, and Truth Coalition. So by all means, hang with LT, and by all means, pop in those Bae rooms because you will not regret it. And so, yes. With that, we're going to open up our microphones and say a huge good morning to our good friend, Sherry Thompson. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning.
Love rising, Sherry.
Love rising. Sherry, how are you? Maybe Sherry's taking over the world from behind her desk or driving in a car.
Oh, hey there.
Hey, Sherry. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually not driving yet. I'm about to make some breakfast and coffee.
What? You about to make some breakfast? Okay, what's on the menu this morning? What's for breakfast?
I have some turkey, egg muffins, like that you can buy from Buck.
Yep.
From Sam's.
Yep.
And of course, the ubiquitous cup of coffee.
Oh, let's get it. The cup. What's the flavor this morning? What cup are we having this morning? My coffeeologist.
Colombian, like any good Colombian. Actually, Walmart, strange as it seems, has a good house blend.
Yes.
But it has to be Arabica, and then I just do a little bit of half and half, and that's it.
that just gave me, I just needed to hear that. Like, even though I'm not, like, I don't have a cup of coffee around me, like, I just need to hear that because, well, I will. Okay, here's why. First of all, let me tell you why. And the first thing is this. I don't have my revealing mug next to me. And what I have been vowing is that every experience, I would drink out of my mug. And I don't have it with me this morning. So what mug am I talking about? Well, everybody here, I'm so glad that you silently asked. So if you go to my Instagram profile, and the way that you do that is by touching my profile pic that you see right here. And if you go to view profile, you go all the way down to the bottom and you touch on my Instagram link. That's going to take you to my Instagram page. Hello. And so after you hit follow, I'm just kidding. You hit the tap link button, which is where my bio is, and you're going to see a video there. That video, you're going to stare straight into a pot of oatmeal. That's the oatmeal that I'm eating right now. If you're joining me on FB or YouTube, Facebook or YouTube at Aaron Hill TV. And when you play that video, you will see me act a damn fool and have so much fun with my new mug. It's the revealing mug from the Aaron Hill Sentiments series. The revealing mug is the first of my expressions, or one of my expressions, because you'll see 3 there when you go there to check it out. It's one of my expressions that's about taking these thoughts that I share with you from day to day and just being able to put them on little things that help you with your day. Things like mugs and soon air fresheners, car air fresheners, and just little knickknacks here. I got paintings and canvases that I'm holding up on the screen if you're watching me live, and just different things to surround you with love. This is a part of my sentiments. So yeah, Sherry, I don't have my coffee this morning because I don't have my mug. And yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. And you are my coffeeologist, Sherry. I don't know if you know that or not, but I've adopted you as my coffeeologist.
Oh, that's completely okay. Yeah.
Do you have a mugs? Do you drink in specific mugs, or like, is there a mug thing that goes with this coffee thing?
Kind of, but like usually my family, like my husband and then 3 kind of like 20-something kids, we still live, like we all live together. Yes, but yes. I have like what's called my coffee area. So it's like a cabinet. And then all the mugs I drink out of, pretty much people know not to drink out of them because they're not special. They're just like some I got. They just know better. Years. They know. They don't want to take you there. If they know what's good for them, they won't. Yeah, and I think I realized about a year ago that nobody drinks out of my mugs because one day somebody did. And I was like, drink out of this. No, you were like it right. It was almost like oh yeah. Who is drinking?
So I have a mug fetish. I do have a mug fetish. I test myself when I go on the Ross to get just one mug.
Yes.
And people send me mugs. So I was just wondering if we share that.
Oh, now I do have lots of mugs, and sometimes I kind of retire them because I don't have enough room. But what kind of mugs do you like? Because I live in Nebraska. If I see a good Nebraska mug, I'll actually send you one.
Okay, so if you PTR, that's my mug that I'm drinking out of today.
Okay.
It's about being a queen. And then on the inside it says, practice makes perfect. So mugs with messages is really good.
That's it.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
But I don't know anybody in Nebraska. So.
Okay, well,
you do.
I'll have to DM you the info if I find a good one so I can send it to you. I love it.
Yes. Cool. So Sherry, I'm going to take it back to the old school, like Delia mentioned earlier. I'm going to take it in this moment. I'm going to take it back to the old school. So as we stand here on this day, facing forward, this day that we call Thursday, this moment in time, is there anything that I and that we can stand in accountability with you on, as far as a personal goal for your day or just personal goal for the week or 2021, just any of the above?
That's so, yeah, I feel like I'm standing in church on Sunday.
You feel like you're doing what? I'm sorry.
Standing in church.
Oh, snap. Now, is that
you said you take it back old school. But no, for us, just having a good week.
Yes.
Getting up as an accountant, I'm always working against deadlines.
Right. Account is in your profession, the word accountability.
Oh, yeah. I just realized that. Exactly. That is so true.
Let's get it.
So, just hope, I guess you could stand in accountability that me and my colleagues have a good week.
Yes, yes.
Without getting angry at the person who keeps giving us last minute projects.
Right. Oh, goodness. If I know anything, I know that process. That need for that woosah. Because OMG, you're like, look, I'm trying to work with you here. All I'm asking for you to do is to just give things in a bit more timely manner. Just be mindful of our time and the fact that we have a life too. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So yeah,
yes,
that part, right? So I'm with you on that. Well, I'll say this one thing, for me, the thing I'm so grateful for is that, Sherry, in talking to you, the one thing I know about that situation is that they have a way for that to come through, because you're such a pleasant and kind and balanced, harmonious person. And yeah, we all have our moments. But the thing that I appreciate that you bring to the situation is just your lightheartedness, your love, your relaxation, you're like, hey, whatever it is, like, we'll move through it, we can talk through it, we can work through it. So yeah, at least there's someone in the midst, to be there as just that form of that breath of fresh air.
Right. And that's literally me and one other lady will be saying, okay, breathe.
Yes.
And so when you talked about that, I think yesterday.
Yes.
So I was like, oh yeah, I just got to remember that as well.
Yes, 100%. And that was a perfect segue as well. Delia, did you want to say something to Sherry?
Okay. Yeah, you'll hold one another to account. You'll hold yourself to account for your own emotions. I recently learned about the actual definition of codependency, and one of the meanings is that your parent, like as a parent, your mood depends on your kid's mood. Oh, what kind of parent are you going to be? It depends. What kind of day are you going to have? It depends. When you're being codependent, everything depends on all these exterior factors. But as an accountant, you'll hold yourself accountable, and independently of whatever comes what may, you'll keep an account of all the blessings and good things in your life at the end of the day. And
that's it. And all will be well. Yes, yes. Thank you for that, Delia. And all will be well. Sherry, I so appreciate you. Yeah, yes. And I so appreciate you, as always. Again, you're that breath of fresh air. And thank you for reminding me of it, because what we're getting ready to do right now is something that I've been looking forward to doing. For those that were fans of the Martin Lawrence show, one of my favorite things about that show was the moment where they would get together in the huddle and they would just all take a deep breath together. So I actually want to do that right now. So everybody, let's just open up your microphones and let's just take one big deep breath on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let it out, let it out, let it out, let it out, let it out. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. And Sherry, we want to wish you an amazing day today on purpose. Everybody, let's open up our microphones one more time and let's wish Sherry an amazing day today on purpose. Let's affirm her. Have a wonderful one, Sherry. As always, we love you.
Have a great day, Sherry.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
I appreciate it. You guys have a great day too. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Yes,
I love listening to your show.
Yes, yes. It's always a pleasure, Sherry. Thank you for your presence. Yes, yes, everybody. As we are here, we are at about 10:12. I also want to say and check in with my Facebook and my YouTube peoples who are hanging out there. And again, if you're not hanging out with me, why the hell not? I'm making the craziest faces known to man and womankind, child kind, dog and cat kind. So come over and join me at Aaron Hill TV, at Aaron Hill TV. And so, real quick, the brother Chris Young says, thanks, Sherry, for the support on the cancer post a couple of days ago. And Sherry, she's talking to you, Sherry Thompson. That's such a good thing. All the love. Also over here on Facebook, Miss Emma Simbly Brody says, good morning, Aaron. Just checking in for a second. Love the way you weave in wisdom, gratitude, and accountability. Congratulations on the AP. Oh, my goodness. And thank you for making my day. You are going to see Miss Emma Simbly Brody here very soon. One of my favorite people who, once again, I've gotten the opportunity to take part in her legacy with helping her to find her passion for talking to people and being this beautiful conversationalist that she is. And she has been having so many amazing conversations with amazing people. And she's been so grateful for how that's unfolded in her life. And I'm grateful as well. I want to read a quick thought, and then we're going to hang out with the good brother, Ken Briscoe, for a sec. Okay, so this thought here, in fact, I'm going to read two thoughts. So one is, one of my favorites that's also going on one of the next revealing mugs. Again, check out my IG bio. You'll see my revealing mug there. And this is one of the other notes that's going on there on the next mug. Be a happy seed planter, not a stressed out gardener. Be a happy seed planter, not a stressed out gardener. Don't be attached to the efforts you put out into the world. Just plant the seeds and know that the plants will grow in the places where they're supposed to. So be a happy seed planter and not a stressed out gardener. And here's my success formula. This just happens to be another one that's also going in the mug. It's going to be in a wrap formation. So when I say these phrases, imagine looking at a mug. Again, the mug revealed until you pour in your favorite hot beverage. But when you do that, this is what's going to be revealed to you. Imagine these phrases going around and around and around to inspire you. Check this out. My success formula. Create goals. Sort details. Sketch blueprints. Gather resources. Build models. Monitor results. Reassess goals. Tweak formulas. Take action and yield results. From there, you just rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. One more time. Create goals. Sort details. And then sketch blueprints. From there, gather resources. Then build models. Focus. Monitor results. Reassess goals. Then tweak formulas, take action, yield results, and then rinse and repeat, and repeat, and repeat, and repeat. Make sure you remember that. And so on that tip, everybody, let's open up our microphones and let's say a huge good morning to the good brother, Ken Briscoe. Ken Briscoe, good morning, fam.
Morning. Morning. In the immortal words of Edify, what up, though? What up, though?
I love it. See, now we need Etta to come in because now, you know, I pinged her in too. I was hoping she'd be available this morning. But yes, sir, bro. Briscoe, what up, though, family? I think I'm part Detroit now, bro. I'm part Detroit. I'm part Delaware. Like, it's all in my blood now, bro. Y'all done rubbed off on me.
Yeah, you're too close to Delaware not to be part Delaware, so welcome, bro. Welcome.
Yes, sir, fam. How you feeling this morning, brother?
Man, I'm on 20 this morning. You know, got up, hit the gym, feeling good.
Yes.
Haven't had any breakfast yet, but I'm on my way to an appointment.
Yes.
So, you know, just kind of being out amongst the living,
yes.
sun shining,
yes.
driving like an idiot. So, it's always fun, bro.
Right. Look, man, well, here's the funny thing. You know, you say you haven't had breakfast yet, but at the same time, you hit the gym, you got it moving. More than likely, that driving like an idiot is actually with a big smile on your face, you know, maybe with the windows down, or if not, at least just with the breeze flowing through the vent And of course, and of course, hanging with the family, you at least got 75% of your appetizer, bro. So you're at least ready for breakfast now, you know.
I know that's right. I appreciate the fact that I can pop on here at 7:30, go handle a few things, pop back around 9:30.
Yes,
still here holding the room down. So, you know, it's always good to know that the folks are hanging out. You can always come back and visit, man. I just wanted to say what's up, man. It's a good day today.
You know it, bro.
I wish everybody to accomplish what they want to accomplish. I'm on my grind this morning.
You know it, bro. LT. Yes. And so, you know, I think about that, bro. It makes me think about, you know, some conversations that we've had. And I think about this, what I just read, this success formula. You know, within that, bro, yesterday we were talking about, you know, here on the show, we were talking about what it means to design your life. And so when I think about those words that I wrote here, it was my way of saying, this is how you design your way to success. You know, this is how you design your path. And above anything, no matter what happens, this is the most reasonable approach if anything is going to happen. So when you think about that, bro, this is my success formula. You know, how does that stack up for you, man? How would you phrase your success, you know, formula when you just think about that just off top, man? You know,
you know, for me, success is off top would be to smile as much as I can every day.
Yeah.
And to put the things in place to facilitate that. I mean, it's going to vary from day to day, but always be conscious about trying to enjoy every second life blesses me with.
Yes.
So, you know, sometimes I push too hard and work too hard, but I always try to figure out how I'm going to pull back, take a breath, and really enjoy and be present on what's in front of me and the moment of time that I'm in. And being able to do that as much as possible, to me, is success. And hopefully, as we keep grinding, that being my main focus every single day. Because everything else, financially, family-wise, structurally, goal-wise, is all in place.
I love that, bro. I love that. You know, it's so important to have a healthy mindset towards success. And it's also really so important to know that you are the definer of what success means for you. You know, the thing that we go through in finding what personal success means to us is we go through the formulas that have been presented before us, those things that have nothing to do with us as far as how they were put in place, but those things that just because of the serendipity and the intention of other sentient beings and the flow of that, this is what our models are based on, or lack thereof. So when I think about success and the fact that it's defined differently by different people, it's so important to understand what personal success means for you and for there to be healthy goals to reach for and to reach to, you know, because that's what it is. You have to have a formula where you feel successful while you're continuing to reach for success. It's one of the reasons why I love setting goals for myself that aren't like so over the top, so just far out there that I'm setting myself up for failure from the very beginning. It's one of the main reasons why in about 2009 or 10, I shifted from working out 6 days a week to then downshifting a bit and taking it down to 3 days and having a more focused approach. And the reason why wasn't because I couldn't scrounge around to find more days or more opportunities to get to the gym. It wasn't that. I wanted to feel successful at all times so that I can stay consistent for the rest of my life. So I realized that by setting attainable goals and goals that allow me to feel successful, it was the first key to designing my path or my formula for success. And so I appreciate that about you, Ken. Go ahead, Ken.
You said something when you first started that statement. I really like to think about how many people have adopted the wrong framework because it was given to them. Or how many people have a path to success because someone told them this is what it was,
right?
And have spent so much time moving in a direction that actually doesn't serve them,
right?
And really doesn't deliver the success that they think they may want,
right?
So you know, I know for me, just as you get older and you get wiser and have more experience, successes and failures, you really learn to create your own framework. Like when you talk about painting the canvas of your life or designing your own life, like that's really what it is. Like everybody's plan, everybody's path is different. But what they don't tell you is you got to create your own. So many people wonder and struggle trying to find a path to mimic or trying to find a roadmap to go down, not realizing while they're looking, they're literally creating their own.
Oh my gosh. You are so right about that, bro. You are so right about that. And it's one of those things where you're always creating your path, whether you're, the question is whether you're doing it intentionally and consciously, or whether it's unfolding subconsciously, and where you're not taking about the reins and guiding it, or even just knowing that that you have the ability to guide it. It's one of the reasons why this accountability partners concept is so important for me. Because what I realized at one point in time, right, I was thinking about the things that we talk about in this show, right? And all things happen to revolve around emotional intelligence in some way, shape, form, or fashion. The goal to be self-awareness, or to self-regulate, or to self-motivate, or to have compassion, or have social skills. We're always talking about it. So at one point I was like, you know what? I wonder if I should rename this the EI morning show, emotional intelligence. But then I was like, you know what? Nah, even though that'd be a great thing, that's for someone else. Take it and run with it. What I realized was, no, accountability partners. Because what I get the opportunity to do through emotional intelligence, and what we get to do, is to meet people at every place where they are. No matter where you are, I have a way that I can support you and to help you to feel successful. No matter where you are, I'm able to, whether it's just standing present with you as you're dealing with something tough, or whether it's to give you advice, or whether it's to make you laugh, or whatever it is, to connect you with someone else in the family, or, but I just love this. I love what it means to design your way to success, to be accountable to yourself, to know the power that you have, and to keep hearing from other healthy people who are designing in a way off of healthy principles. So, hell yeah, Ken. You know how it goes, bro. Goodness gracious. This is what it is, bro. I love standing in accountability with you, brother. Love it, love it, love it.
Same here, man. Have a great day. And everybody up here on the panel, man, have a wonderful day. I'm in your corner.
You too, family. You too, as always. I want to take a quick second just to refresh the room. Again, I want to say hello to all the beautiful people. I want to say welcome to Clubhouse. Welcome to everybody. Let's open up our microphones, and to all our new friends, let's say welcome to Clubhouse. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to Clubhouse. Oh my goodness. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so glad to have you. And so one of the things that we do in this room is that I invite people to the stage just to meet at least one new person a day, at the very least. That's always been my goal. And for those that don't know and haven't been in this experience that long, it's one of the reasons why at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every morning here in this experience, why I meet a new person by way of highlighting them by their business, product, or service, or just the service that they bring to the world, just who they are, how they stand in these places of accountability, emotional intelligence, etc. So if you would like to come to the stage, by all means, you can throw up your hand, you can throw up a wave. And before this experience is over with, which is in the next 10 to 15 minutes, the goal is to be able to say good morning to at least 1 to 2 new people. So by all means, if you'd like to come to the stage, you can hit the little hand raise button. We would love to meet you. I would love to meet you. And so, as if not, and you desire to just continue to listen in because this is your new favorite morning radio show, by all means, hello. And I hope that you enjoy the conversation. And with that, everybody, let's open up our microphones and give a huge good morning to our good friend Coco, Lorraine, Vera.
Hey, Coco. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? What is going on in this room? I'm scrolling down. I'm like, who are all these party hat people?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So,
welcome.
Yeah. The room is popping this morning. And the reason why is because we're giving away free keys to life.
What are you giving away? Keys to yay, keys to life, right?
Yes, my child. Welcome to
the Keys to Life morning show.
That's it.
Where we share the truth and some apple juice.
Yes, it's what, I started sending you messages. It's like, Coco, you got to come to the room. Our new friends are here. And the main reason why is because, again, the serendipity plus intention equals life. I've been sharing and talk about it day by day. I've been like, family, We are on the verge. We are part of. If you are not clear about it now, every single person that's in this room under the sound of my voice, I don't care if you've been here for 2 seconds or 2 months, or you've been here since this app started last April. We are in the midst of a technological evolution and revolution with this thing. And this thing is changing our lives. I am excited to be in this moment in history because I am sure and I am clear that we are making history right now. I'm clear about the journey. And it's the reason why I don't take any moment in this space for granted, ever, because I'm aware. So here we are. I've been talking about it for a while, and we are ambassadors. We get to show people, and we get to be host of love and accountability. Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
So what's going on with you, Coco? We are in here. We are talking about really just continuing in the fashion of yesterday, but in a new way. I just read my formula for success, and all these attributes of what it means to me. And yesterday we were talking about what it means to design your life, And so we're just continuing on. The question right now that I'm thinking about and that I talked about and Ken did, and we've been talking about for a second now is, what is this idea of your formula for success? What is your formula for success? We all have our own personal formulas for what makes us feel successful in life. From grand pictures and macro down the road visions, all the way to what makes us feel successful in the moment and feel heard or seen or understood, or like we're standing up on our own too and we're clear. So when you think about that, success formula, how do you see that stack up for you as far as what's your formula for you feeling successful?
What is my formula? I have so many formulas.
I guess I should have asked, what's not your formula?
Formulas, do you understand?
Right.
I spend more time creating formulas than I actually do applying the formula. And now that I haven't thought about my formula for success, so thank you so much, Aaron, because now I'm going to have to go and write 6 more formulas on how to have more success in your life. The S stands for speaking up for yourself.
Yes.
And the U will be an acronym, right?
Yes.
For universal truth.
Yes, get it. Right. Yes, this is how it flows.
Yeah, for a long time I didn't like that word because of the way society defined it, right? Because my life wasn't deemed successful because according to our society, I failed. I became a teenage mother. I was, I've been divorced a few times.
Yeah. Look, we just talked about you missed my divorce stories earlier. Yep. She's like, huh?
Yep.
Huh?
and so when society puts these limitations on what success is, I call it limitations now. Puts it in a small box. I was anti-success for a while based on those things. But what I'm recognizing is success is such a personal thing for me.
Yes.
I find when I can feel good about what I do, it's successful. It's the journey of being in the moment, and creating. So I've written a lot of children's books, for example. I haven't published any of them, but I still consider myself an author. I still consider myself successful. Some of the books are written just for me, just for my grandkids, just for my children. So I may not have sold 100,000 copies or been on the top bestsellers list, but my grandchildren love hearing my stories and they laugh, and I enjoy creating them. And it's therapeutic for me. So success is, it's really personal. It's a personal success. And then of course you can have professional success as well.
Right.
And then we can have collective success where a person that I coach, their success is my success. And I give away a lot of formulas and how people create their own, so that when they go on a stage and speak and they're having success up there, I can, be proud of the fact that I helped them become successful.
Yes.
I may never get the award that they receive that they gave after my coaching, but the lives that they're going to impact as a result of the conversations that we've had.
Right.
Is my success as well.
Look, let me tell you something. I'm sorry. I so don't mean to cut you off, but when you say that, it resonates with me so deeply. And the main reason why is especially because of what you and I have in common. Our deepest success as givers, as people who are loving on other people every day, we can't help it if we wanted to. Like Michael
but I wasn't always like that.
Right,
I was afraid of giving away my stuff. I was thinking, I can't give away my tickets. What if they're going to steal it? You know, and I said that phrase first. But now I've not limited myself because I know that I have unlimited creativity. Right. So I'm so freely giving away, and the more I give, the more downloads I receive. It's limitless. So again, you can't limit our success, but rather experience it. And so that's how I would answer that question.
The more downloads, the more things I give away, the more downloads I have. The more things you give away, the more things you share, the more ways you show up, the more downloads you will have. When I tell you that in a world where I try to teach myself in some way, shape, form, or fashion every single day, that principle, the principle that we do not live in a world of scarcity, we live in a world of abundance. We don't live in a world where the resources or the opportunities aren't out there. We live in a world of abundance. We live in a world where, no, you may not be tapped in for various reasons. Yes, that is the truth. But the beautiful truth is like what I like to talk about with our sun and clouds relationship. The fact that no matter what it looks like, even when it's cloudy outside, even when it's rain in your life, the sun can still be there. And sometimes it's just a matter of being in a different space, being around different people, having a different mindset, just having something that can shift your perspective, you know, so that you can feel more successful. You know, so it just really resonates with me. Coco, I really dig that. And I dig what you're saying. I also think about what I feel on a personal level for myself is what makes me feel successful every day is being connected with people where I feel felt, heard, and understood and appreciated, you know? And it's one of the things that birthed this space and birthed the relationships that have come out of this space. I love to make people feel seen, heard, and understood. I can't help it. You know, I put it up on Instagram one time. I was like, I'm addicted to positivity, giving compliments, and making people feel good. And the reason why is because of what you just said. The more I give, the more I receive. The more you give, the more you receive. In healthy ways, of course.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And so, you know, we look at this room of all these beautiful people.
Yes.
Senna, Rebecca, Omar, you know, Bobby. I mean, hello.
Hello, everyone.
This is success.
Oh, got an AP in the room. Got an AP in the room.
Spaces.
Got an AP in the room.
In our own spaces and be in our own spaces and be connected to people that you would never meet before. You know, I'm so grateful for this app because I probably would never meet Nigel.
Right. Right. It is serendipity plus intention equaling life. One thing I want to read to you all. I'm going to read this now because this is what I'm calling my manifesto for Clubhouse. This is my Clubhouse manifesto. And this will show you how I feel about this environment. Here we go. The Clubhouse app is the answer to all of humanity's problems. And yes, I said all. Now let me clarify. Let me further clarify that. When I say that, what I mean is this Clubhouse app plus mindful people, positive people, accountability people like yourself. This app plus positive people is the answer to all of humanity's problems. And yes, I said all. Here's why. Every day, I understand more and more why I feel so deeply that the Clubhouse app is the answer to every problem we've had as a humanity. Here's why. It teaches us how to be a better humanity, work together, have conversations, and check our egos at the door. You have to actually get over yourself in some way, shape, form, or fashion, or take your level of emotional intelligence up just a notch, even just to be a part of this experience. Here's why. Because you have to listen to opinions, both in alignment with yours and not. You have to allow others to speak. Be mindful of others. Be your real, authentic self. Treat others with respect. Help people versus just selling to them. Be accountable to others. Be empathetic and patient with others. Be honest. Say thank you, please, and exhibit decent manners, and disagree amicably. And the list goes on. And the literal development of this app, and when you all visit those town halls on Sunday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time here in the app, with the developers, where they're sharing about the updates and all these kind of things, you want to be there. The literal development of this app and the process of these creators' minds is them learning how to bring those things to life in this app, these things like etiquette and keeping people safe and allowing us to have harmonious connections to build on. The literal development from week to week of this app is the process of them helping us to learn how to do that within the app and to be a better humanity. We've never thought about how to be harmonious on this level or had this ability. This is the future. This will forever change our world and our lives. So that's my spiel. And I'm not getting paid by Clubhouse or anything. I just believe in this app so much because I believe in the possibilities when you have beautiful people like yourself. So with those beautiful people, I want to again say thank you to all our beautiful friends that are in the room from everywhere, all over the globe. I just want to say hello to you, and you too. And to all the people's hanging out with us on Facebook Live and YouTube. And so, as we wrap up this experience in the next 5 minutes, if there's anyone who wants to come to the stage, wants to meet one new person, in fact, I see a new hand raised. We're going to say good morning to Mashari and say hello, everybody, to Mashari. Let me see if Mashari is around. Mashari, if you would like to come to the stage, by all means, you can. We would love to say good morning to you. And while that's going on, if there's anyone else who would like to come to the stage, again, the only goal is to say good morning to you. I just want to say good morning to your beautiful face. That's all I want to do. You can hit the hand raise button. We'll bring you up on stage just to say good morning. And if not, here's what I want to thank you for. I want to thank you for whatever brought you to this moment, to this experience right now. I want to be thankful to life for what I call the serendipity plus the intention, which makes all the things happen, the things that are amazing and the things that we don't feel so good about, because it allows us to be in acceptance of it all and to remain in that center place. So whatever brought you here, I want to say good morning to you. We hang out here every morning, Monday through Friday, every weekday morning, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You are here not only with myself, but the accountability family, and this is where we stand in accountability to each other. So I want to say welcome to all our peeps. One more time, y'all, because there's so many people coming in and out. Everybody, let's open up our microphones again and say welcome to Clubhouse, to all our peoples. Welcome to Clubhouse. Welcome to Clubhouse. Welcome to Clubhouse. Yes, yes. We want you to feel the love. We want you to feel the love. And so, as we wrap up this experience in the next couple minutes, again, you can join us here every morning, every weekday morning, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we stand in accountability. I'm going to read a few more final thoughts, and then we're going to say our last goodbyes just for the day. I'll take a deep breath before we get out of here, and we're going to move on forward with our day. Here's one of my absolute favorite ones. Okay, here you go. I like it. It's going to be my quote at least once a week. It has to be. Not giving a fuck about any others' opinions is a real liberating thing. Especially when at the same time you have the maturity to accept constructive criticism. Balance is the name of the game. You have to have that balance between being self-aware enough to know who you are and where you are right in the moment. It doesn't mean that you're always going to be there. That's not life. Life is that we're always unfolding, we're always evolving, we're always changing our minds. That's the deal. The deal is to be acceptant of every stage of that process in that changing of the mind. So as you do that, and as you learn to continue to accept yourself where you are, know who you are, at least at that point, and move forward with the best that you can, you're able to not worry about other people's opinions and they not throw you off your balance or off your course. Don't worry about the judgment, because you can't do anything about other people not understanding you. Here's what you can do. You can be open to constructive criticism and you can be balanced, but always know who you are. So that's a thought for you. Yes. In fact, I want to stop right there. I'm going to leave it right there at that, because I want everybody in this room to be who they are and to practice that every day. Delia, Coco, Sherry, Dominique, LT, we've had such a great day today. Much love and much respect to you all. Yes.
Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Yes. You too. Yes. And everybody, be sure, if you are able to go ahead and show each other some love. Find people that connect with you on these same thoughts. Connect with them. Let's continue to build this tribe. And I can't wait to see you all tomorrow morning. Same time, same place. Much love, family. Take care. Love you all. Be safe. Peace.
Bye. Peace.
Yes.
Peace.
Yes. Yes.